The incredible DragonLance saga comes to its thrilling conclusion in this high-level adventure. The heroes face their ultimate challenge as the Queen of Darkness exerts all her might to claim Kryn as her own. Will the heroes defeat the Queen, or will the heroes themselves be defeated? What will Kryn's future be? One of light or one of darkness? Welcome to the world of Kryn and the legendary DragonLance. And with that, we are live. Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and others, to Atomic Peanut Butter presents DragonLance Chronicles Epilogue. I am Adam. I'm your dungeon master for tonight's festivities. And thank you guys for joining us on D&D Fridays as we conclude Season 1, which also concludes the first 14 DragonLance modules. In chat, already busy, Ciderin criticizing both Tanis and Raceland, two of the most popular, if not the most popular, besides maybe Tasselhoff, characters in the novels. Although Ciderin does like Taz and Flint, thought Tanis was an emotional mess, and Raceland an arrogant ass. Sturm, his character of choice, brought a tear to his eye when he died, and I gotta say, I think it did it for me as well. That was a great scene, but a sad one. Michael's not impressed.
I was wiping a tear.
Oh, it sounded like a sigh of boredom.
No.
But anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with us as we conclude the first season of the longest running DragonLance podcast / live stream on the history of the interwebs, as far as we can tell. Let's introduce the rest of the group. If we notice, we don't have Will.Player tonight, because one, he was busy, and two, we didn't have anything for him to do anyway since his character is lost in the abyss. So let's get on with the rest of the group. Let's start with Chuck. We do have Chuck tonight. Now that there's
greetings.
Yeah, now that there's very little chance that any of his characters can perish.
Have returned. I would like to give a thanks to all the fans of Flint. You guys are the best. And I'd like to accept this award on behalf of Dwarven Nation.
This is not an award show for you, or for dwarves in general.
That's your next appearance. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My apologies. Yeah, my apologies.
Ciderin, you're absolutely right. The building could fall on top of him, and probably will.
But my name is Chuck. I am playing Burke, the kind-hearted dwarven cleric of Reorx, father to a lovely lass and who's been reunited, and hopefully to escape these falling building. I also played let's just say the greatest hero of the land, Kerwin Crownguard, who killed Ariakis.
Yeah, you could say that since Sir Rick is also lost in the abyss.
Sir Rick, he took out a god, but winners write the history. So, also Lucian is dead by his hand. So, and the door monitor.
Yep. And as far as anyone else is concerned, Salah Khan also died by his hands because the only one who saw who really killed him was you and Kitiara.
So he's a crown guard. What do I say?
Accept your accolades wherever you can get them.
That's right. And now I'm done talking since it's not an award show like I thought.
All right, let's move on to Sedge. Hey, Cedric.
That's me. And play as always, Feldspar Keystone. And probably not Sir Rick because he's trapped in the abyss, as we've established.
Michael.
Hey, I'm playing Stone Moss, everybody's favorite druid from 1,000 years ago, give or take.
Also the only
300 is the actual answer, but
You don't know how old he was before?
true.
I don't even know how old he was before. So.
Obviously over 1,000. 1,000 years old. Sure, you'd say that's old. Gary, what's that from?
Yes, that would be They Might Be Giants.
That's very good. Thank you. Let's move on to Gary.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey there.
How you doing? Yeah.
Pretty good.
Hi.
It's Gaz.
I'm Gaz.
Who are you playing?
And tonight I will not
Seen
be
any Kiwis
playing.
lately?
I will not be playing Kurlathlan, the unsung hero whose sacrifice to prevent Takesis from re-entering the world will ever be known,
Yeah,
at
no
least
one-
until the other heroes who are there make their way back from the abyss.
Yeah.
So I will not be playing Kurlathlan.
So
I will, however, be playing Athea, Green Mist, and also Vantellis. There we go.
Right. And last but not least, Kemchan.
Who? What?
Yeah,
That guy?
that guy.
That guy. Jeez, who invited him?
I don't know, but he's even moving to a time zone where he can't play with us to get away from this game.
Not at the time you play. No, we gotta talk about that.
We do have to.
But yes, Kemchan is still here, and Kemchan is the only one with 2 characters still in the game.
Nobody cares about your characters, Chuck,
Oh,
or
sorry,
Gary's.
sorry.
Just said
Sorry.
I'm playing Vantellis and Athea.
I'm sorry. I meant.
Did you not
I meant to
listen
say.
to my
Not
opening?
listening at all.
He meant to say 2 characters people like.
I meant
You know
to
what?
say
That is
all my
totally
characters.
fair. Totally fair.
That's fine.
I'll
I
retract
meant to
my
say all my
indignation.
characters. Sorry. The only one with all of his characters still on the right side of the portal closing.
Hi. Both mine are still there.
Yeah, but
Oh,
half
that's
your
right.
family's dead.
Yeah.
Murdered by the DM.
All right. Now, antecedently on Dragonlance, we're at the end of the War of the Lands, guys. The heroes have invaded the Temple of Takesis in Naraka. They have taken on the highest level of the dragon armies in the temple, killing Lord Ariakis, Emperor of Kryn, or so he claims. His crown fell to the ground, exchanged hands a few times before finally ending up in Lord Soth's, who was then banished out of existence, at least for a while, by Calum.
Babe.
Killed Lucian, Salah Khan, 2 of the 4 dragon high lords. Toad escaped, which I think is great. I was afraid that they were going to get to him. Then Takesis began entering the portal to Kryn. It took a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of crits by Cedric playing Sir Rick Cordwood. I think he, had 3 crits on her?
I have at least 3, I think, yeah.
At least, yeah. It might have even been 4. You can go back and check the older episodes by searching for... Well, I should say, you can catch us, first of all, live on Fridays, except for the next month or so as we prepare Season 2. But live on Twitch and YouTube by searching for Atomic Peanut Butter Group. And by slashing enough tires...
the price to free!
Yeah, if you slash enough tires, you could finally find someone who will regrettably tell you where to find us on the internet, just begging you to stop. You can also watch previous episodes of not only this podcast and stream, but also our previous ones, where we were mostly in Greyhawk, but we also have Eberron and, for a little bit, Ravenloft that Gary ran. We have a Marvel Superheroes game on there where Kim Chan and I played Marvel Superheroes, or tried to be heroes in Will's game. We have
Harder than it looked.
Yeah, much harder than it looked. You can't kill anybody and still be considered a hero, by the way. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Then when you're this powerful, hard to do. Hard not to do, I should say. But again, a lot of Greyhawk games on there. Will has a bunch of other stuff on there as well. Some The Wacky Cowboy, Pigs in Space. There was the Vampire the Masquerade. It's not Pigs in Space, but it's something. I don't remember what it is. Some space future one.
I mean, it should be Pigs in Space.
It should be Pigs in Space. That'll be season 2. Dragonlance.
Okay, we should totally do Pigs in Space. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I'm down.
Yeah, but doesn't Disney own the Muppets now?
Look, we've already gotten past Hasbro's.
Yeah, but you're talking about us. You don't want to mess with the mouse. Wizards of the Coast. Yeah, who cares?
Maybe you
the
don't.
mouse.
Disney ain't coming after us for playing Pigs in Space characters.
Yeah, I don't know. They might.
Okay, all right. Not with the amount of audience that we have.
Yeah, they won't ever notice. That's the thing.
They'll never
Little
know.
do
They'll
you
never
know,
find
they're all
out.
Disney executives.
Yeah. Every
Oh my
single
God,
person
well,
watching
okay.
this is a Disney
In that
executive.
Disney, if you'd like to be a sponsor.
We'd love to have
I've got a pitch for you.
you. Finally, the heroes were able to push back Takesis into the abyss. Not once, but twice. Could not figure out how to close that gate, because all there was a portal and what looked like a corrupted Dragonlance, for lack of a better phrase. So, Smeen went into the abyss. Kurlathlan went into the abyss. Calum went into the abyss. Sir Rick Cordwood went into the abyss. An emerald dragon, controlled by Calum, went into the abyss. Stone Moss's Fey squirrel buddy, Twaddle, went into the abyss. Some fought Takesis, others argued about how to close the gate. And then finally, I think thinking that it wouldn't work and that it would pass right through him, Kurlathlan ran straight through the corrupted Dragonlance, which did close the gate, but also ended his life. And to Gary's point earlier, nobody outside knows that. The only two that's even saw any of the other characters going through the portal into the abyss was Thea Greenmist, and as a bard now, everyone will know. But Thea
That's who you
Greenmist-
want to see you doing something heroic. is a
Exactly.
bard.
Yeah.
And Stone Moss. And then they also saw the portal to the abyss close. Kitiara made a break for it, trying to flee the temple prior to all of this, exited through one of the back doors in the temple. And trying to catch her is her adopted brother, Gorel Nightfoot, who is currently searching the back halls outside of Ariakis's little pedestal, looking for her. Has no idea that Curly went into the abyss, nor that it closed. And
Last time Gorel saw Curly, he was throwing him
yes,
at.
Yeah, there you go.
Add
That was
Takesis.
it. That
Yeah.
was the end of Corell and
he's like,
Curly
where did I
together.
throw him to? It's
I
like
know I threw
when
him
you're playing
somewhere.
baseball in the backyard and the ball goes into the bushes, and it should be easy to find, but still you never find that baseball again. That's kind of what happened to Gorel and Curlifon.
Because you threw it into the abyss.
You threw it into the abyss.
Oh, I threw him at Takesis when he was on this side of the portal. Anyway, I'm sorry, Adam.
Meanwhile,
But he landed into Kesis' yard.
yeah.
There you go. That's
Meanwhile, downstairs in the dungeons, Barum Everman, escorted by Burke's daughter Pippa, Vantellis, and Feldspar, met up with Zarek and Zane, two original party members. Eventually, Burke was able to talk them out of defending the column that was sticking up from the jewel-covered column that was sticking up from the center, the thing which created the temple of Takesis. When Barum accidentally killed his sister in a moment of greed when he was a young boy. Zane disappeared. Teleport spell. For those of you who like D&D talk, which is some of you, I imagine, if you're watching this live stream and listening to this podcast. Although, if you really liked it, you wouldn't continue watching it or listening to it.
yeah.
Because I tend to butcher it. Let alone the name Alhana Starbreeze. And Zarek apologized, saying that he was only trying to help his brother, who he had recently found, and they were reunited off-screen. Well, actually, that's not true. They were reunited on-screen. There's some other stuff that happened in the meanwhile that we didn't see. However, that wasn't the end of it. Barum runs up to the portal and hugs it, yelling for his sister Josla. And Feldspar comes up from behind him and crushes the green gemstone that was embedded in Barum's chest, locking the portal to the abyss, and a good number of his companions inside of it. He doesn't know that, though. And Barum
Seemed like a good idea.
dies. But now it feels like an earthquake has hit. The temple is shaking violently. The walls and floors and ceilings are cracking. And that is where we begin tonight's episode, as the Temple of Takesis in the heart of Naraka is crumbling down among your heads. Let's start with the folks in the basement.
Gentlemen, I think that's our cue to leave.
And Zarek,
Probably a good idea. Time to get out of here.
Zarek is still looking around for his brother and says, look, this could be tricky. There's a lot of magic in these halls, if you haven't figured that out already, where sometimes it feels like you're going up a staircase and you wind up in a lower level than you were before. But I think I've been here with Zane, and I think I can help figure it out as long as somebody can, and I'm just going to use natural words, natural terms that everybody would understand here in this world. Roll a survival check with advantage because I'll be helping you.
I could do that.
These are words that we speak all the time.
Yeah, of course.
As a ranger, I know exactly how to do that.
I will cast guidance on myself.
On yourself? Okay.
I can only cast it on one person.
Yeah. So.
But actually, Sedge, are you proficient in survival?
Yeah, I'm looking at a +6.
Okay.
That's who needs guidance.
Looking
Why don't we all just tell Chuck how to play his character for a moment? He doesn't play that often. So.
I was just being encouraging.
Wait a minute, what'd you say?
Nothing.
No, what did Mike say? I wasn't
No, he didn't say
Play.
anything to you.
Do whatever.
You can go back to YouTube/Atomic Peanut Butter Group and find out after this program is over.
So we all need to make an advantage survival check?
No, just Cedric.
All right.
I have a +9.
Oh, well, go ahead then. I defer.
So as I said, I'll cast guidance on myself.
Fair enough.
And I'll roll that D4.
You had advantage.
And I'll roll that D4 to get the 31.
31, all right. Yeah, you're able to navigate back to the dungeons. I'm gonna need everybody to give me a dexterity saving throw as you do.
Even those upstairs?
No, well, you will,
Oh,
but not right
especially those upstairs.
now. Yes, you will.
Well, I'm
get
just
there.
making sure that I wasn't, sleeping.
No, for once you were right on top of things.
Let's see. Dexterity.
Yeah, I got a lot of rerolls left over if 14 doesn't get it.
Yeah, 17. Hopefully that makes it.
Anyone who got under a 15, would you like to keep your roll or use an
I got
inspiration
points to
point?
burn here.
Yeah, I can go ahead and burn another one.
16 sounds
All right,
okay.
so
fine.
you're getting
Oh,
worse,
that's-
Vantellis.
Let me change that.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna keep this one. Here we go. What do we got? 10. No, I just cannot make this one. So
All right, so you guys are running. Vantellis bringing up the rear, making sure that everybody gets out safely is going to take 15 points of damage as he is hit by a chunk of falling debris.
Sign said hard hat zone.
You forgot your hat. All right, you continue through the dungeons. The gate is locked. Luckily for you, Feldspar has the key. Oh, wait, no. Rick Cordwood had the key.
Yeah, he did.
I guess he must have left that open. Oh, you guys went a different way, didn't you? Yeah, you went a different way. So now I'm going to need... Yeah, the door's locked. Can anyone pick a lock? Or
What
open
kind
a
of door
door?
is it? Can we just bash it open?
It is... you could try. It's a steel
I
gate
can
door.
I can cast fabricate and just rebuild the lock. As long as we have 10 minutes to kill.
Don't
You
think
can
we
have as much
10
time
minutes.
as you
I
want.
don't think we have any.
Take the
no
time.
minutes.
Take the time and do it. You guys want a long rest while you're while he's doing this?
I was being stupid, so how about instead of picking the lock, we just blow the lock up?
Yeah, you got any hand grenades?
I can cast guiding bolt into it.
All right, so you're gonna break the lock.
Blast.
However,
away
anyone
then.
is going to try to help break this lock, go for it.
I mean, guiding
Cast your
bolt.
spell. If anybody
what's-
wants...
I'm just gaining permission from the group before I cast the spell.
Fire away.
Fire
Okay.
away, he says.
We don't care,
right.
Daddy. Just get us out of here before we all die.
All right, I'm working on it. 21 hit it.
Yes, it's a door.
It dodges.
And a stationary lock. Yeah. And there's
25 points of damage to the lock.
20 that'll actually blow up the lock.
If it hadn't dodged.
Yeah, so it only takes half.
All right, doors open.
Roll me first another dexterity saving throw, each of you.
Oh, that's a reroll for
15
me
again is going to be the DC. Burke gets a 20.
There we
Feldspar
go.
22. Pentelis.
Hold on.
Are you rolling for your daughter, Chuck? I'm just kidding. We'll let her go through.
18.
I'm not going to kill another one of your children. 18. All right. You all make it through. Whoever is making the survival roll, go for it with advantage.
Cast survival, so advantage 19 plus a d4, so 22.
Yep. All right. You continue through the inner workings of the lower level, and Zarek says, "Okay, this way. I think we can get through this way." And you hang a left, start running. Everybody roll me a third dexterity saving throw.
Oh, that's a
That's a crit
Fumble.
fail.
I will re-roll mine, and again,
As well.
takes out 2 of my inspirations.
Can't take them with you. I
Hey,
guess.
I gotta go ahead and reroll. 11.
11. For
All
those
right,
who
I'm
thought
gonna
that
use my
elves
last
were very lithe and dexterous, meet Feldspar. It's
You
Should
mean
have laid off those
Metellus?
hot dogs.
all right, and he finally passed. So everybody-
Felspar and Burke, the dwarves, we're pretty dexterous. Yeah,
yeah,
we're
the
the
dwarves
dex
are much more
characters.
dexterous than the elves.
Apparently. I don't know
This
what's
is
going on.
really why there's a rift between the elves and the dwarves.
All about gymnastics.
Exactly. It's all based on gymnastics. So you do. It's getting really bad now. Things are cracking and falling. I mean, the back of the hallway that you just ran through is just completely crushed and impassable now. There's only one way to go but forward. Give me one last survival roll, Chuck.
you got it. Have guidance cast on it, so it'll go up to 26.
26 is enough. You are able to escape the crumbling temple through a side door on the blue Dragon Army side. We will get back to you in a moment as we cut back to the main level of the temple, the main and upper levels of the temple, I suppose. We have... why don't we... do you want to use the same initiative or re-roll just to make it easier since we have more characters here in different spots?
However you want to do it.
Why don't we just use what we have here since it'll be quicker?
Sounds good.
So we start with Kurlaflon. Yikes. Smeen Bruga. Ooh. Viewmaster Toad. Haha. Lorana. goes first. So Lorana sees she's all alone here. She cannot see where she is Jadek. Last she saw, he jumped on top of Lord Soth, or jumped. He doesn't even see that. She just saw that he jumped in over the wall. That there was a whole bunch of Civac Draconians and Lord Soth. So she is going to follow Garel, since she also would have known him a bit better anyway, since, really they've known each other since they were children, although not maybe, very well, but through Flint when he would sell his toys in Qualinesti. So she is going to run up the stairs through the door and is going to search for... I cannot get... doesn't matter on this map, but... it'd be nice if it was in somewhat of a reasonable spot. It's not. Character sheet. She's going to go looking for... And she's really beaten up and not doing well, but she is alive thanks to... Was it Athea or Stone Moss? Athea, right? Athea gave everyone the healing?
Yep.
I thought so.
Yeah, and then Stone Moss healed somebody, but I don't remember who.
Yeah, that was up on the top, though. That was Smeen, just so he could run into the abyss and...
No, vanish.
Vanish. What a waste of a spell.
Yeah.
First of all, healing
Never
one of
getting that
Will's
one.
characters is also not going to make you popular on this stream. Although I don't think anybody had a particular problem with Smeen. He was kind of a cool character. All right. Wisdom 6. Yeah, she is kind of looking around for her. She's going to make a dexterity saving throw. Oof. And take some damage. Guys. Oof. That was a good roll for the DM. Not a good roll for the
You're on
Lorana.
the road carrying on stone.
Yeesh. Alright. Alright, that's all. She screams as a chunk of ceiling falls and lands on her foot, twisting it. Takesis is in the abyss. Draconians they're just trying to get the fuck out of here. They don't care about you guys. Kerwin Crownguard, you are half on the stairs, halfway up the stairs to Kit's platform. You did see her escape through the door in the back there.
Did I see Lorana go up the...
Yeah, you would have seen from where you were. You could see Lorana go up and through that back door as well.
I would chase after her.
You're gonna have to get through a horde of Draconians.
Or do I?
A 20-foot wall. Yeah.
A 20-foot wall.
Yeah, you missed that. You weren't here when you were here for.
Oh.
You tried to get here, but it didn't quite work out.
1, 2, 3. I'll move up to the door.
Yeah, there's a wall there. No big deal.
Is the door open?
It is not open, but it is unlocked.
I will open it.
All right. You're in a hallway, darkened hallway, and things are crumbling. I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Got it.
While you're doing that, I can
17?
tell you that the hallway runs to the southwest.
Yeah. I rolled a 17.
That is enough. So you dodge the falling debris as you make your way down this hallway.
Yeah, I'll move in.
You don't see her yet. I just stopped moving her after a while. She was gone
That's fine.
a while ago.
I'll end up down.
I'm just gonna move her to
here.
the side. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you come to what looks like is a portcullis. However, it is been raised, so the passageway is clear.
All right. So my total movement will get me into 66.
Don't worry about. We're playing a little fast and loose here with
Okay.
that, but yeah. So just put yourself in a reasonable spot, and we'll call it even. All right.
Yeah, right.
Anything else you're gonna do?
Just trying to call out for people as I'm heading out, basically.
Okay. Yeah, you went in after Lorana, so you wouldn't have heard her. Well, you hear her crying for help. I'll put it that way. Gorell, so do you when you get to your turn. We have some more.
What can I do?
Okay, I'm gonna skip through.
I don't say I don't have anything cool.
Oops.
These are all stone. Like the halls are still standing.
They're still standing, but they're pretty weak as they shake. Yeah.
I mean, I guess as I come to the Porkellis area, that's where I hear her.
Yeah. Roll me a. Luck is in Call of Cthulhu. What do we have here? Roll me a. Just roll me a.
It's a perception usually.
Percentile. Yeah, roll me a percentile die. And tell me high or low.
We're gonna go low.
Okay.
37.
You had a 40% chance. There is a big crack through this wall.
Lorana.
Yes! Where are you?
On the other side of the crack. I'm gonna try to break through it.
What did you call me?
Lorana?
Oh, no, Kemchan got it. That was a joke for him. Sorry, what did you say?
I'm gonna try to break through it.
Okay. Roll me a athletics.
Okay. 28.
Oh shit! Yeah, I was gonna give it a 25, not thinking you'd make it, but yeah.
I just Kool-Aid man through it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That being said, I'm gonna need a dexterity saving throw from you as more debris. That was a load-bearing wall.
29.
Oh damn it! You make it. All right. And with that 28 and your 29 dexterity save, I'll say you're able to sort of free Lorana's foot. However, she is gonna have a hard time walking on her own.
I will carry her.
Okay. All right, Athea, you are down on the floor of the temple. There's a bunch of Draconians. You saw some of your party disappear through a portal, which then closed. And you saw other members of your party escape through, or try to escape through different doors up above. And you see Stonemoss standing there about 20 feet away from you.
Don't worry about Stonemoss.
As the place is coming. Maybe Stonemoss could worry about her.
Well, Athea is getting her invisibility back on. Use the last spell for last level 4 to do a greater invisibility again. And then she is chasing after Kitiara.
That's going to be very difficult. Again, you do have a 20-foot wall and a horde of Draconians trapped within it to get to Kitiara.
Where? Okay, the wall is the green thing?
Yes.
Yeah. And where exactly is Kitiara then? Where did she go?
She ran out this back door somewhere. You don't know. You haven't been up into this higher level. You've been on the lower level. I'll actually put you on that map so you can see. So if you look down here, you know this area and how to exit through.
Where?
60 here.
Oh, down there. Okay, sorry. I was
but so far you've only seen Draconians run out that way. You haven't seen any, but from where you are, you just know that she ran through a door on the upper level.
Okay.
and it will be
But-
and it's possible to get there. But it's not gonna be easy.
So why can't I just go around the wall over this side? Like I just go run straight across this way towards the stairs.
You
Towards
could,
the
but
platform.
you also know that the wall doesn't go all the way up. So as you climb up these stairs, these draconians can also climb up the stairs. So there will be an obstacle.
I mean, I'm invisible. I'm not really worried about that.
Forget about your fucking invisibility. All right. By the way, your gods forsake you, and your spells are meaningless.
Fair enough. I'm still invisible.
So yes, I guess you could do that if you're invisible.
Okay.
So again, these are 10-foot squares, so it's going to take some time to get up there. The place is
Yeah,
falling
I'm just
apart.
working my way over there.
So I'm going to need from there 1 dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
DC 15. All right, right on the nose. If you want to make your way to the stairs, you can give me 1 more dexterity saving throw.
All right. No, I didn't make that, but I've got plenty of these to spend, so here we go. There's another one. There.
All right, so you make it to basically the bottom of the stairs from where you were.
All right.
All right, and it is Stone Moss's turn.
What's the ceiling look like?
It looks like a crumbling ceiling. There are
There's
open
holes?
holes already, yes.
So I reach out, stars surround around me, and I now resemble a dragon, and I begin flying upwards.
How big is your dragon?
It's about the same size as me.
That's
Yeah.
a personal question.
It's, yeah, I'll tell you later.
It's for the after party.
But yeah, I start flying upwards. I only get about 20 feet, but
Okay. What color dragon are you? Or are you just one of those star dragons?
I'm a constellation of a dragon. So I'm going to take on the constellation of Bahamut.
All right, cool.
whatever.
See the constellation
Fizban.
right across the sky.
I
Reality.
resemble Fizban for some weird reason.
You feel like, you know what? I could finally relate to that old wizard. Don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
what
by the
it
way, it would not be Bahamut. It would be Paladine.
is. Paladine, yes.
Bahamut
I
means
I
nothing
knew
to
I
us
said it
anyway.
wrong as soon as I said it, but yeah. Paladine.
Anyway, so that's what you're doing. Jadek, you and a whole shit ton of Draconians who are trying to get out of here.
Yes.
Some are trying to climb the walls. Some are going over and around this staircase on both sides to try to get out of here. What are you going to do?
All right. Well, Jadek had already, because he can't go back the way he came, right? You
I
told me
mean,
that.
you could. There is a way. You could probably, you'd have to do some climbing, some athletics rolls, but you can get up to either you can get to the Ariakis staircase,
Yeah.
or you could make a run for it.
Because last time you said like the wall.
Yeah, so that's why you'd have to climb.
Right. So he was trying to push his way through.
You could get
And-
at this point. You could probably get your way through. You'd need to make a couple of attacks, but basically at this point, because everything is crumbling, the Draconians are a lot more interested in getting out of here than they are
Getting
worried about
out,
you.
sure.
Chris Andrew,
Everybody's-
by the way, cheers 100 bits to Michael. I came here tonight to hear the ballad of Sir Twaddle, the true hero. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Thanks.
I don't know why Chris Andrew knighted Twaddle. I don't think he can do that, but
He'll
what?
take it.
You give enough bits, we'll knight anybody you want. Brominar, do we get to see the map? No, because I don't have it. And we're not doing anything on the map that you need to see.
Waddle does have inspiration, so I added some more.
In hell, or the abyss.
The Abyss.
Anyway, so well, Jadek had started to push his way through, so I'm just going to keep going.
All right, so you keep going. You make your way to the staircase.
Over to Kitiara's
Yeah.
staircase.
And Vaharun, yes, I am lazy. I don't, because I can't. If I could adjust the battle overlay, the battle map overlay, while we were doing this and not have to stop and do it, I would do it, but it's not worth it. Trust me. You've seen it before. Go back and watch last week, the week before that's episodes, and you'll see the same map. All right, so you make your way up. Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
We don't want to risk losing this whole stream while Adam swaps a map.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, if there was like a battle actually happening, I'd show you. Just use close
14.
your eyes and just picture it.
Jadek rolls 14 dex.
That is, you gonna keep that roll, or are you gonna try to roll again? 'Cause that's not gonna do it. I'll tell you right now.
All right. He's got a couple of points here. I'll re-roll. I was afraid of that. It
If you
always
add
does
the
that
two,
with
you
me.
will have made it with some despair.
Great.
How many points does that cost?
More than he's got.
One more.
16 will
16?
make it.
Nice.
So you were at the top of the pedestal. You did see Kerwin go up that way as well, and run
Okay.
through that door. That brings us to Kitiara, who is somewhere. Garel Nightfoot. You did hear Lorana call out for help.
Scream.
Then you heard
Yeah.
a crash through the door. You're probably further away at this point than right there next to them. Otherwise, you would, you're probably down this hall a little bit more.
Like around here.
Put you around here. Now you put it a little. Oh yeah, if you're going to go down those stairs, and
No, I don't know. He doesn't know where he's going.
where do you want to go?
And-
You got stairs,
Well,
or you have another hallway?
Well, originally, right, he saw Kitiara on the other
Other side.
and he yelled at her, "Stay there! I'm gonna come meet you." So his thought is there's somewhere he could run through to get there, but then everything started to fall apart.
Right. So you also probably imagine she's not just going to stay still as the world is.
Stay
crumbling.
still, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. And then I think at that point, he realizes he doesn't know his way around.
Right.
He just started running.
Yeah.
So I think he's the only way he knows, and everything's falling apart, right?
Yeah,
So
you
I
do
think
know
he's
the
gonna
lower
backtrack.
level, but you don't know this upper level.
The upper level, right? So I think he's going to backtrack. I think he's going to go back the way he came, so he can exit the way he knows.
All right, so you
That's-
go back
that's
the way you came, and you see
And I run into these
Kerwin
guys.
carrying Lorana. Her foot looks fucked up,
Right.
and you guys can interact.
Okay, so I'm like, okay. I see.
Sorry to interrupt,
see
but
Karen.
I think we're frozen on Twitch.
Uh-oh.
I don't think so, are we?
No, is it still going? Or then is it just mine?
Yeah, it's just you.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
I see movement on this.
Somebody type something.
Yeah, let us know if we're frozen in chat. Or if Gary's eyes just can no longer see movement. Imagine that.
Like a
Imagine if
T-Rex.
that were
Yeah,
the case.
that
How
could be
weird
it.
that would be.
Yeah,
Like the
I've lost the
anti-T-Rex.
ability to see movement. No, I don't know. My Twitch just froze for some reason. Weird.
Mhm.
Anyway.
Yeah,
so,
nobody
yeah,
in chat's
he's
gonna
like,
help us anyway, so let's just keep going.
we need-
Chat hates us.
We're still recording. Yeah, not frozen here, Bromenard says. Yeah. All right, so you guys have at it.
the girl's going to be like, do you know the way out of here?
This is Grell.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see Garel, Kerwin, running back toward you.
The way out?
The way out. Everything's falling apart. We need to get out of here.
Yes, that's we're heading to the way out.
Okay, so I'll go with you guys then.
Yes, we might have to make our own way out.
Oh. What's the shortest way out then?
I was looking for some stairs heading down.
Down. Okay. I saw stairs back this way, but I don't know my way around here. I know how to get out this way. And he points
What?
back towards the way they came. Like, I know how to get out this way.
So
I don't
do
know
you,
how to
Kerwin.
get
You've
out.
also been down there.
Yes, Yeah, so think there's some stairs around the corner here. We can at least head down and avoid the Draconians. Lorana
fine.
is in no shape for a fight.
True.
And I'm doing
All
the
right.
peck dance currently.
The peck dance.
The problem is you can't see it under all that armor, so it's wasted. Just for your own enjoyment.
That's
Oh
right.
my god. All right, so then
Just
Gorella
like Terry
turned back
Crews.
around. Gorilla turned back around and head back around the corner because he did see stairs down over that
All
way.
right.
He's like,
So
all right, these stairs are
So
leading
you guys
down.
head back around the corner. I need everybody to roll me another dexterity saving throw as the
Yeah.
walls and ceiling continue to crumble.
22.
That'll do it.
Dex.
18 will do it. Okay.
All right, awesome.
You guys make it to the stairs, start heading down. Dead. Abyss. Gone. In the arms of a peck-popping hero. In the abyss. Scrambling for their lives. Oh, it's Kerwin Crownguard's turn. Look at that. You guys head down the stairs.
Looking for anything familiar in the next landing.
Yeah, I mean, you are back on the... basically, you were back in the... just outside the barracks for the Red Dragon Army officers. So you do know that if you head straight south, basically, you will be out of the... Well, you need to do a couple of turns here and there, but basically south will get you out.
Lassie, lead us home, good boy. Good girl.
All right, Lorana gets on her hands and knees and bounds out
All
of
right,
the...
all right, let's stop there. We'll stop that
wow,
right there.
You're the one who had that thought. She was just going to run like a dog.
Uh-huh.
I'll save my joke for another time. It's not appropriate in this situation. And...
Put it in the director's
When are
cut.
they ever?
They're not, but some are worse than others, Michael, so that's why
Okay.
I self-edit sometimes, like for the really bad ones.
Yeah. At least he's learned to do that.
So basically, the three of you will be able to get out of here.
Cool.
Then we get to, I believe it's Athea is next. Where is Athea or Jadek? Athea first.
Okay, well, Thea's going, up the steps.
Yep. Yeah, you basically... You're with... We'll just say you're with Jadek at this point. So the two of you are at the top of the stairs. There is a door there. It is wide open. So you guys can talk. You can move at your will.
Okay. Well, you're invisible, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I wouldn't see that. I would just see Jadek would just see an open door and just book for it.
All right. Lethea, do you let Jadek know that you're there or no?
No, just gonna follow him.
Okay. So the two of you are running down a hall. You get to what looks like a portcullis, which is up. I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw from both of you. 28 for Thea. That'll
All
make
right.
it. And
God, I
a
hope so.
6 for Jadek Own Entagrav.
Okay. Jadek
Not
will
gonna do it.
burn another inspiration. 12.
Closer, but not gonna do it. Need a 15, man.
All right, fine. This is my last inspo point
Uh-oh.
for Jadek.
16 does it.
Nice.
So you are free. You're going to wind up. You turn a corner going. So you start off. Oops, that's the wrong one. I'm going to just move Jadek to where you are. You go past these portcullises, turn to the south, then sort of moving east. You wind up in what looks like a barracks, I believe. Yes. An empty barracks. There's a hallway to the south and doors to the east and west. I don't know why they don't show the west ones here, but anyway. Oh, I'm sorry, there's 2 hallways to the south. One leads down a spiral staircase, and one leads into what looks like a room.
Okay, so he's going to take the spiral staircase down, because he knows he has to get to the ground level.
Yes. So you're taking the spiral staircase down, and I'm assuming
down.
Athea follows you.
Yep.
Give me one more dexterity saving throw. 22 for Athea. No more inspiration points for my main man, Jadek.
No.
15.
That's a hint.
It is a hint. 15 or death.
That's a hint for everybody at home. Jadek has no inspiration points. Here we go. Hey, 21.
21.
Nice.
You were supposed to have failed that.
I mean, didn't he have disadvantage?
Yeah.
It's a spiral staircase.
And he has hooves.
He's not Carlothlon.
Yeah, that is true. Only Curlifon would not make it down those stairs, even with
Hey,
his
he
boots
just
of
ran. He
levitation.
ran across a wall that was only 6 inches wide.
Yeah.
So
That's
I
where the
think he can
hooves
handle
help.
Yeah.
it.
Very daintily running too with the 6-inch.
That's why you see. That's why you see goats on top of houses,
That's right. You see goats.
and sometimes
Climbing
cows and
walls.
horses too. No, that doesn't work out. Okay, never
No.
mind.
Only if they're like dugouts or something.
Stone moss.
Continue flying upwards. Get another 40 feet, so 60 feet up total now.
All right, you got a way to go. Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Ceiling chunks falling, or
Oh yeah, man.
that'll make it easier later. Let's see. I got a 13. I got to double check this guy though. He have in his starry form, in this particular form, he has extra advantages and bonuses in these
What?
forms. So
Sure he
Extra
does.
advantage?
Is that what it says there
Yeah.
on the? Is that the
It says
rules? Is
Extra
written?
advantage.
He's got extra advantages on things that he likes to do.
dragons.
So he
Roll
doesn't
5
have
d20.
to-
So for dragons, it's wisdom and constitution. So I better burn a whatchamacallit, inspiration there, and we'll try again. Dexterity.
16
16.
will make it.
All right.
All right, so you are heading up. We're going to let you go again. Roll me another dexterity saving throw as you continue to get higher.
I guess it'll be 100 feet when I'm done here, but
Okay. That's a
well,
5.
doing that again.
That's a 2.
Doing that again.
That's an 11.
Doing it again.
How many of these do you have left? That's an 8.
And again.
That's a 6.
Oh my god.
I'm not even sure if you can bind these. You have enough. What awful
All right, here we
rolls.
go. This one's gonna work. This one?
Wow, 1, 7,
Jesus
4.
fucking-
How many of these do you have? You can't have that many left, can you?
I mean,
How many have I rolled?
A lot.
7 or 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, I got one more. Here it goes.
Hey, JB Starnes. Hey,
6.
Chrysandra.
Okay, I got hit or got knocked or something because I just ran out.
Yeah, you will
Knocked
get
out.
hit for
34.
25. Ooh, good
All right.
rolls.
Well, the bonus up here is I haven't been touched.
Yeah, that is helpful. Out of everybody on this level, you and Athea, I don't think have been hit at all. So you can take some damage from falling debris.
So yeah, 25 you say.
Yeah, the damage will continue to increase the longer you're in here as bigger and bigger chunks fall. But right now,
How far up to the ceiling am I though? I'm 100 feet up now. So
you got about another 100 feet to go.
okay. Well, I'm gonna aim for like an opening, where there's a big opening all ready, so
Sure.
there's less chance.
I'm still going to
of
make you
getting
take
hit.
these rolls since you haven't been hit yet. So Gotta get you a little bruised. I think otherwise it won't look like you're in a fight. We'll continue
Actually,
with you and then get back to.
No, I was. Ooh, no, actually. Oh, this isn't good. I have like about 1 hit point left.
What?
Yeah.
How do you have
I
one
was
hit
keeping
point?
track on my character sheet, and I just lost 25, so I now have 1 hit point left.
How do you? What did you get hit with?
I don't know, but I was down.
Oh, you did get hit by
down.
her big
Oh, yeah,
fire
there's a big
thing.
AOE.
Yeah, something got me.
Well,
was
you're
way
gonna need
that time.
another. You need one more deck save
Still okay.
to get out of here.
Three.
Or I
three.
die, one or the other.
You can't
Does
die. I need
Does
you
this form
alive.
get its own hit points?
What's that? No, the starry forms don't get their own hit points. No, and they're not like regular wild shapes.
So you don't have any inspiration points.
Nope.
You need a 15 to get out of here alive.
So you gotta roll a 16 at least.
Because you have a -1, Chuck is implying, to your dexterity saving throw.
Okay, well, I got a 3, so I guess I died. So, doesn't matter what happened next.
Let's take a moment to see if Chad wants to help you. Blind umpire, good evening. We'll take a little bit of a small break here, just to see.
I mean, if you die, does Twaddle go away?
Yeah?
Yeah,
Oh
So,
no!
I mean,
Well, 12's already-
Really, it's up to chat to save Twaddle.
it's up to save. Yeah, forget about
Oh,
Stonewall.
wow.
Save Twaddle.
Twaddle has ceased to exist.
Save the squirrel, save the world.
Wow, what a callback.
Hey, we know what Superman would do.
We do make a sucky movie.
I'm not gonna get into. I'm not gonna get into how you're wrong and how you apparently all joy has died in your heart.
It's just no. It was not. Not that I don't have joy. It was not. It didn't work as a movie. The movie. It had.
I think
the
there are
structure of the
minor
movie was-
quibbles. I think there are minor quibbles to be had with the structure and the
It
writing.
didn't
and so
show
I do
us-
have
it
some.
showed us
I
the
do have some
aftermath of
filmmaking issues with the movie.
Okay.
However, I think it's a great Superman movie, and it's the Superman movie we need right now.
Sure, I'll give you that. I'm not even going to argue that. I'll just say it was like I went to the comic book store, never read a comic book in my life, picked up just a random issue of Superman, which happened to be the last issue of a 4-story arc. And while it wasn't a bad issue, it would be nice if I didn't need the previously on to experience the rest of the story.
See, but here's the thing: it's a Superman. Do you really want to watch Krypton explode again?
Oh, no, I don't care about that. I don't care about that part.
Growing
No,
up
no,
in
no, no,
Smallville,
no.
do you
I'm
really
talking
want to
about
watch him
once-
getting his job at the Daily Planet? Do you really want to watch him meeting Lois Lane
Yeah.
for the first time?
Yes.
Which
that
of
I
these
wanna
things
say.
do you really? You've seen it in like 3 or 4
Then
different
watch
movies
it.
already.
Watch the Christopher Reeve.
I
version.
will.
That's
I
all
don't
there.
understand why you would want to see these things
Because-
over and over and over again. There's other stories to tell
JB
with
Starnes
this
agrees
character.
with me. That's good enough. I grant there's stuff to tell. They literally start the movie. Spoiler alert, but you don't. They're just going to tell you this anyway. You don't see it after his first. At least show me when he first loses. That
So,
fight.
see, Adam has forgotten something from our screenwriting classes called in medias res,
what I
which is a concept wherein the story is joined once it's already in progress.
sure.
And I know it's been a long time since we were in film school, but I think
unfortunately
he's
very long time. Yeah. Now Gary has forgotten the famous quote by Alfred Hitchcock: "Show, don't tell." This movie just told me a bunch of stuff and showed me very little. That's my issue.
You know, I'll agree that at the very beginning it's got to have
we're
that little bold
filibustering
text,
for
but
people
so does
to
frickin'
provide
Star Wars.
inspiration points for Michael.
Wow.
So far,
What-
nothing.
can you buy
Star
it for
Wars did the
himself?
same exact
I'm fine if we don't.
thing.
I
Star
have
Wars?
plenty of
No.
characters.
Yes,
Star Wars gave us.
the original A New Hope, the original
Yeah.
Star Wars starts with a crawl of text to make you understand where you
Yep.
are in the story, which we are joining in medias res.
Right, but then
It
it
is the
gives me the
exact same
full.
beginning
But then it gives me
as
the
Superman
full
2025.
story of Luke Skywalker, where this gave me the aftermath of Superman.
Yeah, I didn't read the Star Wars scrolling text until I'd seen it like 5 times.
And you didn't
But it
need
didn't-
it because
it
we
did not have
you
a
saw the whole
problem with-
story.
And it was basically superfluous.
I think it's the same thing about the text at the beginning of Superman. You don't need it. He is an established character that everyone in the world knows at this point.
Mike,
There are
don't you have
aspects of his mythology that are not necessary to be explored on screen again.
Mike, don't you have an action you can do?
Is Michael even
You
still
want to get back
there?
to playing a game? Please.
If nobody
Oh, right,
cheers
Dungeons
any
and
bits
Dragons.
for
I forgot.
Michael, Stonemoss will take 12 points of damage.
I don't know why he didn't cast Cure Wounds on himself.
And JB Starnes has a good point in chat here. You don't need to see Superman meet Lois. You do need to see them fall in love for the first time for the new actors. Yes, because Gary talks about hope, but has forgotten about love.
So the movie should open with Superman and Lois the night after,
Just
the morning after.
No, I want to see them just going to town.
Oh boy.
Is Michael still here?
Yeah, I think so. Well,
Yeah, if you wanted to actually heal yourself in between these things, you could have done that.
I was always taking actions. I didn't have time.
Okay.
I had no time to heal myself at any point.
oh, you've been taking double moves then, or what?
Yeah. I don't move very fast as a
Yeah.
starry dragon.
All right. Let's talk about this though. And I guess the answer is already in the question, but would you have, knowing that these things are falling and that it's getting harder to maneuver around them, would you have gone slower to heal yourself, or would you have gone faster to get out of here faster?
Probably tried to go as fast as I could towards the biggest openings, assuming that there would be large enough openings to get through.
Okay.
I guess that would be what I would be thinking.
So then you will take... I'm pausing for chat. So far, nothing. Chris Andrews is going to feel really bad about himself because I don't think he's listening right now. And when he sees that you're dead, and so is Twaddle. I'll tell you what. Does Twaddle have... Ciderin says, someone agrees with Adam, must be new here. It's true. I think this is the first time anyone in chat and I have agreed on anything. So JB Starts, thank you for this sweet, sweet moment.
All the way at the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I'm fine with it. I have no hard feelings at all.
You wrote such a long story that we won't get to.
That's
I
fine.
know, right? There's so much more that he needs to do.
Okay.
Let's have 3 inspiration points if that's what you were going to ask.
I will tell you what, if you use all 3 of Twaddle's inspiration points, I'll give you 1 more roll.
I guess. 7. No. Roll 20 says no.
I'll tell you what, he had 3 inspiration points. I'll give you 1 more. That's it, though. That's it.
This is the bargaining phase.
This is the last one, yeah.
Yeah,
I've already
roll 20 says you are not.
Wow, a 1!
You are.
I give
Wait a
up
minute.
now.
Yeah, it's a 1d20 every time, so it's not like it messed
I
up.
finally got into acceptance.
Yeah, it is what it is.
You are so close, Stone Moss. All right, this is like a do playing behind us here too. That's not going to work for London Bridges. Would you like to die to the sound of London Bridges?
You know, it makes perfect sense.
London Bridge is falling down.
London Bridge is falling down. I'm gonna take D6 or 10 D6 damage plus whatever the.
Well, you've
thing
already
will
taken
be.
12, which is all you need. Brominard cheers 500 bits for Michael.
Ah,
That's
there it
5
is.
more chances as
Huzzah!
London Bridge plays
I
in the
don't
background.
know if it's
Huzzah!
worth it here because
Huzzah!
roll 20 has already made us this choice, but we'll go ahead
That's
and
a
try.
15,
you
That's a
make it.
15.
Yeah.
Ah, look at that.
But since he cheered
Nice
500
job,
bits,
Brominard.
I'm going to say, you really just slowed yourself down doing that. You're going to need to make 1 more.
What?
He was already dead. Why are we
How rude.
belaboring this point?
That's an 11. 2 more. 15 will make it. You get out.
God.
You get out with 1 inspiration point to spare. And then a dragon flies over and just eats you.
Yeah, that's I was already to acceptance. I don't know why we have to.
Twitch is really slow today. If you'd like to be a sponsor, we'd love to have you. That's really funny. See, Gary, excellent filibuster. You're wrong about the movie, but I know most people agree with you. So
that's okay.
So I will take the loss, but I know in my heart that I'm right.
And thank you, by the way. Thank you.
Thank you, Bromenard.
Stone Moss does appreciate it, and so does Twaddle.
Yeah. And thanks to the rest of you for watching us instead of seeing Fantastic Four this evening. Which I'm so burnt out on superhero movies. I'm debating if I'm going
I want to go see that one. I love Fantastic Four. I hope they didn't ruin it.
I've never really read a lot of them, but I like the idea of them, and I like the shirts that they wear. Like, their uniforms are fun. They got good it's like the Yankees, classic uniforms.
Yeah, they do.
All right. Stone Moss, you see from your vantage point, JB Starn says Fantastic Four was pretty good.
Cool.
You see from your vantage point really the whole battlefield. And at this point you see, and those of you who are running out of the building, which is going to be everybody. Well, why don't we wait for Athea and Jadek, because they still have 2 dexterity saving throws to go.
Lovely.
As they run downstairs and try to find their way out of the building.
Okay.
Because they are in a different spot. I'm going to need and I'm also going to need a, so that's a 20 dex for Athea. So dex save, and then a survival check as well.
16.
16, so you're both good. You both dodge the falling debris.
Got a natural 1 on survival.
Well, you're both rolling individually since you don't have any idea that she's there. So Athea has no idea where she is at this point. Ciderin says, you can do it.
Oh, no. Okay, I'm going to do one more. Let's see. 17 survival.
17, you feel like you got a good idea how to get out of here. Jadek, that being said, she's invisible, so you don't have any idea where to go, so I'm going to need you to roll 1 as well. 11. Man, this is confusing. In here. You've never been to this side.
Okay.
Can I make a perception check to see if
I don't
Athea
have
notices that Jadek is getting lost?
Sure. That's also a miss.
Well, actually, that was a mistake because I don't have any more.
Oh, yes. You do notice that Jadek has stopped. He's scratching his head. He's debating between 2 hallways, one of which you are down. The other is the wrong way to go.
Just loud enough that I think he can hear me. Jadek, this way!
And you hear a voice from the south calling you.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Bomb, is that you?
The ceiling falling down. I'm not going to argue.
All right, and then 1 more dexterity saving throw.
Here we go.
Follow the GPS.
Yeah.
28 for Athea. Athea's really nailing this.
Oh.
14 for Jack. You don't have any inspiration points, you said, right?
I got nothing.
So you were going to take... We're still only on 5d6. 21 points of damage. That was another good roll for me. Started off a little slow, 3-2, but then I got a 4 and a couple of 6s.
That knocks Jadek down to 3 HP.
That's 2 more than you need. You're up. You're up, and you're still running, and you make it outside.
Okay.
All of you see from different vantage points, but we'll talk about from Stone Moss's vantage point, since he has the view of the entire battlefield. We see just fires. We see bodies. We see draconians and ogres and goblins and hobgoblins, humans in the dragon army running for the hills. We see good dragons still battling some of the evil dragons, but it is clear that the forces of the Whitestone army has prevailed. There are casualties absolutely on all sides, but you see, and while they are together, they definitely are in their own separate factions and have attacked from separate areas. We have the humans, mostly Knights of Solamnia, but also Urgothians, Plainsmen, etc. On the Red Dragon Army side, you have the Elves. The Qualinesti are on the blue side. The Sylvanesti are... I said it the way that Sidorin wants me to, and it made me so mad. The Sylvanesti, I'm changing it specifically for him. Otherwise, I would just keep moving, just to piss him off instead of me being pissed off. Are attacking from the White Dragon Army side. The Dwarves, Hill and Mountain, are attacking together from the Black Dragon Army side. And I guess there's probably more humans, I guess, attacking from the Green Dragon armies. It takes probably... Well, no, you all kind of exited from the same area, roughly, but it takes probably about 45 minutes to an hour just going through the wreckage and the death and destruction of the area for all of you, Athea, Jadek, Kerwin, Garel, Lorana, and Stonemoss to sort of meet back up. You're in sort of the area between where the Blue Dragon Army camp is and the Red Dragon Army camp. It's almost quiet here. Jadek, you see movement out of the corner of your eye, and you notice that it is Kitiara making a break for it into the outer city walls.
I'll definitely mention that to Garel. Oh wait, yeah,
I'm sorry, Garel. You noticed this, not Jadek. I get.
Jadek.
Yeah, Jadek. Yeah, I don't care.
See you later.
Mission accomplished as far as I'm concerned. Let her go.
Yeah, no, let's keep it that way. Jadek, I go, hey, Garel, isn't that who you were looking for?
It is true. The chances of Jadek actually perceiving anything is pretty slim. I don't think he's made a perception check the
Garel?
entire
No,
5+ years we've been playing this game.
He's barely noticed anything that's not in front of his face. So yeah, let's keep it that way. Jadek goes, Garel, isn't she important to you? That one running that way?
You all then turn and you can see Kitiara probably, I don't know, 100 feet or so, 120 feet away from you, making a break for it to the outer city limits.
And Garel will give chase.
Okay.
Yeah, and Athea's going to be chasing after her too.
Athea, are you still invisible? Actually,
Yes.
you'd have to cast again.
Well,
it was about 45 minutes to an hour, I said. So.
Yeah, no, that's done. And
What-
I
what-
have
what-
no more spells, so.
What was that? A High Lord?
Kerwin takes out his sword.
I hand over Lorana over to Jadek. Hold this.
This?
Huh? What?
Hold her. I'm busy. I'm a married man. Sorry.
That's still no way to talk to a elf princess.
Sorry, princess.
Jadek's like, princess.
I'm politically very important here.
Yep.
If nothing
I'm
else.
gone. I have to go do something. quick.
I'll explain more when you get back. All right, so Garel, Athea, and Kerwin. What about the other guys too? I forgot about the ones downstairs. You found the others as well. You're all together.
Well, Burke would definitely go after Garel.
All right. Feldspar and Vantellis and Stonemoss.
I mean, if everyone's running somewhere, then like they
The
look
only
to be
Janik
chasing
is just
something.
standing there holding Lorana. The other 3 or 4 have run off.
Making small talk.
Yeah.
Feldspar pats Jadik on the back, said, "You're doing great," and then takes off running.
Stonemoss.
I don't think Stone Moss would probably just stay.
All right. So Stonemoss, Janik, and Lorana hang out. Vantellis. What about you?
Yeah, Vantellis is following everybody else. Like, oh, what's going on? Where are we going?
And you guys will maybe eventually slowly wander out in that direction if they don't show up in a little while. But you're taking your time. You've been through a lot.
Yeah.
You're not. Neither one of you. Actually, the 3 of you are feeling pretty shitty right now.
Yeah. In fact, Janik will go. Go to. Can you heal at all? Can you
to Lorana?
help us?
She says no.
Oh, damn it! He doesn't know.
I'm a fighter, just like you.
I can help us out a little bit here. While we're waiting, I will start healing all of us.
JB Starn says during Legends, Jadik and Lorana are now married. I'm calling it. He said.
I look over and I say, if you need healing, I can take care of you.
Yes, that'd be great.
So
No, I'm fine. I'll tough it out.
When you guys.
So yeah, this really sucks. 24. I give you 24 hit points.
That's enough for
Awesome.
the epilogue.
Take that.
Although the epilogue did quite a bit of damage to some of you guys.
Yeah.
So, and I think I wasn't doing enough damage even on the.
I'll get
rolls. I think I
26.
should have been 66, but I didn't feel like finding that page in the module, so I was doing 4 and then 6 and working my way up to it the longer you stayed inside. For Vantellis, Burke, and Feldspar, and Pippa, I suppose, who's, I guess, hanging out with Stonemoss and Jadik.
Hey, watch my kid.
Yeah.
Janik.
Well,
You look trustworthy.
he knows you guys, at least somewhat. And
Teach her the finer points of pirating.
once you yeah. She just cracks her knuckles. She's only 12, but she looks like she can kick some ass too. Like she looks like she could be a
she's
pirate.
Scrappy.
Yeah, she
She's a
definitely
little
is.
scrappy.
fine. By the time I teach her all about the stars and you teach her pirating, she's going to be quite formidable.
Yeah.
Burke is coming back now.
She's gonna be the villain in season 2 by the time we're done with her. So, what's his name? Zarek. Apologizes and Vantellis, I think I mentioned you, I don't remember. But says, I need to find my brother. Good luck with everything. And then disappears into the smoke-filled evening, I guess it is now. You can see, those of you chasing Kitiara, that she's not moving as quickly as she normally would. Especially Garel, you would know this, and Burke, probably you too. And for those of you who have seen, nobody's really seen her fight around here, I don't think, either. But she's limping. It looks like she probably took a hit from some falling debris. The behind you all, that the temple at this point is almost completely demolished, and then any little bits are still just crumbling. You get to, she's, stumbling and, ahead of you, so you are catching up to her. She does not seem to notice that you were behind her just yet.
Garel will call out to her, Kit, stop.
Don't take my kill.
And with that, She stops and she turns around. You guys, at this point, are in the outer city. You've been running for a while. And there's some more open space here. A lot of the outer city has just been completely demolished from the battle. So there's a lot of just debris everywhere. Again, bodies still, both from the dragon armies as well as the Whitestone Council. And Kitiara is just standing there, among the fires, looking at you. And she has her hand on the hilt of her sword as she sees all of you running. Her helmet is off still. She is her head is sweating. You do see blood sort of dripping down the side of her face, and she's definitely favoring her right foot.
Grell, when she turns around, Grell's slow to a walk. All of his weapons are sheathed. He's showing does nothing in his hands. And then you realize people are following, and he'll just kind of motion, stay back.
See Feldspar drawing his bow.
No. And he'll wave him off.
Do you listen?
I keep the bow out, but I'm not going to shoot while he's doing his thing.
Okay, Kerwin.
Let's see.
This is one of the two last living leaders of the Dragon Army forces.
Other than Toadmaster, Few Master Toad.
Few Masters. He's High Lord Toad now.
Few.
He's Emperor Toad soon, baby.
All right.
Season 2. Emperor
Kerwin
Toad's Revenge.
You're absolutely crazy if you think Toad is not coming back in season 2. He is my favorite character now. Of having DM'd this, he's my favorite character.
Kerwin's gonna trust Gorel to do the right thing.
All right, and Athea.
Yes. Athea is also going to listen to Grow.
So while everybody else is sort of tensely standing behind you, some weapons drawn, Kitiara still has her hand on the hilt of her sword, although it was not drawn. And she looks at you, and Gorel, and she says, "Well, it looks like you won."
Not about winning, kid.
It's always about winning, Gorel. That's something you never understood.
And no, this was about family, and that's something you never understood. It's one thing I learned from Vin Diesel. It's all about family.
Oh, Vin Diesel, the Bard.
Yeah.
Yes, I've
Bard.
Vin Diesel.
I've seen many of his plays.
It does sound kind of like a fantasy name.
Yeah. It's amazing that in every one of his roles, there's no inflection in his voice except for when he voiced that paper tree. That
Paper tree. Exactly. It's amazing. It's amazing. No, it's over. Look around you. You made a bad choice. That's fine.
Yes.
You can help fix this.
Look at, and she
he-
looks right at
and he-
Kerwin when she says this. My choices will have repercussions, Gorel. I need to go.
Lass, just a moment. You still have family here. Burke steps from behind Gorel.
Oh, you're here?
Yeah. I didn't see you, but it was like behind so many people. He's like pushing people away.
You're going to leave, aren't you?
I need
She's
to
not
leave.
going to leave.
No.
Yeah, and she just looks at you and she says, I may be injured, but I still have enough to take you down, dwarf.
I'm not here to fight
No,
you.
no.
Not you, the other dwarf. You've always thought you were the only dwarf around. I know lots of dwarves. Some of my best friends are dwarves.
There's been too much bloodshed already. No need to keep killing.
Well, then tell him
Today,
to
my
at
lord.
least, for the day, one last act of kindness to you, Kit.
I
Will
appreciate
you accept
that.
it?
You could just.
I don't want to fight.
I'm not here to fight. I'm one
I
last
wanna go.
act of kindness.
Yes, and I
And
appreciate
I walk
your
forward.
kindness. And she takes a little bit of a step back, but she stumbles a bit on that bad right foot and then stops. Hand still on the
Let me
hilt.
see the foot.
She's
My
looking at
cousin's-
Feldspar and Kerwin,
Kerwin doesn't have anything drawn.
and then nods. But still, he's a knight.
Yeah. I take the foot.
Crack it.
I will give her. I will cure wounds on her for 19 hit points.
Okay. And she sort of like flexes it, and Cinder says, am I misremembering? Didn't he have a New York accent in Saving Private Ryan?
Lass. This is for family.
Yes. And I appreciate what you've done, Burke.
I still feel bad about your house.
That wasn't mine.
Oh,
Luckily.
I feel a little better then. I feel
Yeah.
a little better.
No, that was Tahani Starfall. He was kind of a douchebag, but still pretty cool.
Go with. You
Girl-
have to
girl,
understand one last thing. Flint understands your honor.
Where is Flint?
I told you.
Oh, I forgot about that. You did tell her already. Never mind.
Gorell spoke the truth. Flint did pass.
Yes, I never trust anything Gorell says. Fucking liar! Fucking lie! No, just kidding. She's. I forgot that he told her, so she doesn't ask that question. She doesn't retcon that.
Not Flint. Grell will kind of lean in again, showing that it's not going to attack. Gets steps in closer. It's like, listen. Yes, you made bad choices, but you can help those that you hurt. You can show that you're trying to do better. You don't have to go. Flint wants us to be a family, to stay together. That was his dying wish.
And she gives you that famous crooked smile of hers. And says, he always was a sentimental old dwarf, wasn't he?
More than you ever really knew.
And then she stops and looks around and says, where's Curlithlon?
And Gorell will pause, kind of look around and be like, last I saw Curly, he was being hurled through the air, about to slay a dragon. A dragon god.
Yeah, I saw that too. Interesting technique. Nice work.
Yeah, we kind of worked on that one. We're kind of proud of that one.
Look, I mean you no harm. You know that. And yes, she looks at Burke. We are family. But there are many more than you that will want me dead after what I've done. I need to go.
I know. That's why I healed you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Gorell, and one last time, he'll hold her by the shoulders. It's like, fine. But you know where home is. And that's where I will be waiting for you.
She will sort of, as your hands are on her shoulders, she sort of takes you by like the side of the chest and pulls you in for a hug. And for a moment, you feel like you're 13 years old again.
And then she slips the daggers between your ribs.
Right
Twist
through
it.
And you start gurgling, and your
Right
breath is coming in short.
The floating rib. It
Yeah.
just twists it.
But at least you got to feel like you were 13 again, I guess.
It's just like when we were kids.
The rest of you feel the uncomfortable feeling of dragon fear as a giant blue dragon lands behind you, or behind
Behind
her,
who?
behind Kitiara,
Oh, okay.
basically. And she lets go of you, and she says, "Be well, little brother."
She looks up at me.
Up at you, yeah. Sorry, I forgot. You're no longer 13, now you're 18. And she starts to walk toward her dragon sky, and then stops and turns around. And she says, "I'm sorry." And then turns back around again, walks to the dragon, climbs upon its back into the saddle that's still there, and they fly off. Shortly afterward, as the rest of you reconvene, you see another dragon, a gold dragon this time, fly down, and behind it, a silver, both with riders on their backs. First the gold lands, then the silver. Stepping off of the back of the gold is Sir, or Lord, I guess I should say, Commander Gunther Uthwistan. And is Chuck here, or did he wander off? And you probably want to talk to him. And then the silver dragon, off of her back, steps Sir Earl. And the dragon, then the silver dragon, turns into, or morphs, rather, into Silvara. Sir Gunther walks over to you. And he says, "We won the day. Thanks to you."
And you?
"Yes, thank you. We lost some good men and women here today, but, well, we've saved Kryn, at least for now." And as he's talking, you see from the smokes and the fire appear a silhouette running toward you. And as the smoke clears, you see it is Riverwind. And while everyone else is covered in grime and blood and gore, he looks like he just stepped out of the shower. And he runs up. And by the way, have I mentioned what a great guy Riverwind
Everybody
is?
loves that guy.
He's such a great guy.
He really is.
And he comes up and he walks up and he just high fives all of you. And he's like, "Great job. Great job. I knew you could do it. Wow, things were hairy out here, let me tell you. But we did it. Thanks to you." Anyway, there's some children that need saving, I hear, still in the northern part of Naraka. I'm going to go take care of that. But you guys, true heroes. True heroes.
That guy wasn't so handsome. I would have thought he was flattering us.
Yeah, and then he just turns and runs back through the smoke and the fire. A dragon like flies down in front of him. He just punches it in the jaw and it collapses to the ground. And he continues running.
Hell of a guy.
Anyway, since Chuck isn't here, we won't go through. He's going to miss a good opportunity for a conversation with. Oh, there he is. There he is.
Back.
Sorry to bother you.
I'm sorry, my kid just got home from a week away, so.
So I'll see you tomorrow. we've lasted this long apart. We can last one more day.
I'm leaving tomorrow, so.
I'll see you before I go. Anyway, I'm just kidding. JB Starn says now there's 800 refugees you need to help. And a few hundred of them might survive it.
Oh, God. We're doing that module part?
Oh, that was hysterical. You guys had such a hard time keeping those refugees alive.
Oh,
it was so much fun. Anyway, so Gunther comes up to you and says, Kerwin, Sir Kerwin.
Lord Gunther?
My nephew, Sir Rick Cordwood.
Yes. It's a valiant knight.
Did he not make it out alive?
I did not see him fall. He battled the five-headed dragon. Him and others of our group are missing.
None of you saw what happened?
I did not. I was busy battling the High Lords of Luton and Erigakis and defeating them.
Oh, yeah. Excellent work. Very impressive. And none of you saw what happened to my nephew?
I'm afraid he
Are we there yet?
Oh, yeah, you guys, I've already said, you guys are all together.
Okay, I must have missed that. Yeah. I would say then, yes, I saw several, including my own grandson, enter into the portal in pursuit of that dragon before it closed. So I can only imagine that they are in the abyss, and I will be taking the appropriate measures to see if they can be retrieved.
That's the druid that never stops talking.
He just started now. And
Silence, child.
See, it's when he starts, he can't stop. He's like,
it's your own fault. You were egging him on.
I understand. He's like a bag of Lay's potato chips.
Veharoon in chat says, you guys left a knight with Will.Playa in the abyss?
We didn't leave him there.
They just ran in and then couldn't get out.
Why will not be trusted with knights?
Well,
no.
But yes, my as I said, my own grandson is there, so I will be taking actions, and rest assured that they will not be there forever, one way or the other.
First, it is good to hear that he fought valiantly against a god, no less.
He struck many fierce blows.
And
some could say he drove her back single-handedly.
See a smile on his face. And Stone Moss, was it?
Yes.
Yes. Well, any help?
Yes, child.
Any help? Okay, stop calling everybody child. That's weird. I am also the Lord Commander of the.
Yes, child.
You haven't been traveling with him. You don't know the half of this.
I did. I mean, he has talked to me before, so I do get it. But it's still a little off-putting when he starts calling me everyone child. Anyway, I'll let it slide. Sir Child, if you wouldn't mind.
You know, I'm a great grandpa.
You look great for your age.
Thanks.
But anyway, he says, any help you need from the knights, you have it.
Yes, well, you will know when it's time.
Ominous, but indeed. Well, allow me to go. Return to the troops.
At least those with good hearts will know when it's time. So I'm assuming you will.
I'm sorry, you were still going. I apologize.
Do you need assistance?
Yes. Come with me.
I will.
The rest of you, thank you for all of you done to save Kryn. And he and Kerwin hop on the back of this gold dragon and fly off to sort of put the finishing touches on this battle and work to get the rest of his people home safely. And we're going to take a quick break right here. And then we will get into the post-battle stuff and end Season 1 of the DragonLance Chronicles. So thank you guys for hanging out with us on D&D Fridays for Atomic Peanut Butter presents DragonLance : DragonLance Chronicles : Epilogue.
Colon.
Or semicolon.
Colon. And we will be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Except the bathroom. You can go to the bathroom.
Just bring your phone with you in case we come back before you're done. Be right back. And we are back. Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, and others, to Atomic Peanut Butter presents Dragonlance Chronicles, Epilogue, Epilogue? The Dragonlance Chronicles Epilogue. There's probably no, I don't think we have any punctuation there at all, do we? Still waiting for Chuck to come back, but we're going to get going here on our actual epilogue part as we finally concluded Dragonlance Dragons of Triumph. Adam needs more colon. Yes, there's just as many bits as you can spare for my colon replacement surgery. Anyway, the world of Krynn has struggled through a long winter. It is hoped that across the actions of the heroes have made it possible for a fresh spring to arrive, breaking the frosty spell of evil that has held the land in thrall for so long. Yet though the center of evil be destroyed, its pockets still remain. Their strength is, for the most part, undiminished. The greatest accomplishment to rise from the destruction of the Dark Queen's gate is the sundering of the evil force's unity. Now each dragon army is a separate force, arrayed against its former comrades as well as the forces of good. But so too are the forces of good scattered by the news of the hero's success. Elf and human, dwarf and kender, these are not natural allies. Without the clear and imminent danger of complete subjugation before them, these races and peoples no longer feel compelled to work together for a common goal. Thus wars continue, but they will be smaller wars. One nation may fight its neighbor for the right to determine the border between them. Dwarf and ogre will again clash for the privilege of using a strategic mountain pass, or the right to excavate a promising vein of ore. Creatures will die in these wars, and good and evil will struggle in the balance for the chance to gain a small local superiority. Yet in other lands, crops will be planted, and men and women will again work to create a better world for their children. Peace will be made between contentious neighbors, for many are tired of war and death. The war against evil will continue through the acts of the brave and the virtuous. Acts of cruelty will still mar the beauty of the land. The heroes have not failed in their quest because of these realities, however. Look on those lands where the crops grow green, and the arrival of a new child is cause for celebration and hope. Not long ago, these things were vanished from the land, and the hope of their return was gone from the hearts of the people. It is in the restoration of these opportunities, the return of hope, that the hero's success is seen. The task set for the heroes was to end the source of evil that threatened in their time, not to put an end to evil for all time. The success of the heroes has returned balance to the world of Krynn. And with that, Michael, we turn to you.
So you want to hear about Cyril's experience in the battle?
I do want to hear about that, yes.
In Naraka, where shadows fell? What's that?
That's what I want to hear.
All right.
That's the one.
In Naraka, where shadows slept, the temple rose on shattered stone. 5 towers clawed at ash-gray skies, each etched with curses praising their queen. Within the dragon of many heads, awaited dawn to claim the world. Her priests cast bones, her generals laughed. None believed they could be defied. They did not see the silver wings. They did not hear the gnomish roar. They did not smell the elven sap, nor feel the hearts of Kendermore. Then came the horns of Solamnik, pure. Then dwarven drums like thunder cracked the gates. Then magic screamed from Parsalion's mouth, and other folk rained fire and flame. Theros rose with hammer bright, Riverwind, Gold Moon, where even gods had feared to tread. Gus Blunderbuss rode wild and wide. His siege wagon, a dancing death, and Tasselhoff now a knight, led legions young and unafraid. Banners burned, ghosts walked the streets, and every time a comrade fell, 1,000 more by oath returned. Silvara struck, her wings were torn. Yet still she soared and struck again, the eastern flank with righteous flame. Sir Earl leapt through smoke and steel, no crown yet upon his blood-stained brow. Just fists with justice called thoughts and prayers. I am but a cobbler, maker of paths, and here I mend what they did break. You rallied dragons one last time, and charged the broken armies back. The Draconians broke when the temple first quaked. The dragons above, once smug and sure, shuddered at the rising light, and Silvara roared them down. At last the temple cracked and fell. Gold dragons swept above the ruin. Dwarves carved names in stone and breath, and elves at last gave thanks to man, temporary though it may be. Though none could bring back what was lost. In time, the cobbler and the dragon found their way to a growing grove. An ancient pine stood watching there, and when he tried to leave again, the druid made him stay. He became the one who watches paths, the voice behind the roots of stone. And so began the grove reborn, the shield that stands against the queen.
That was on mute.
That's what Sir Earl did.
All right. Nice work, Michael. Thank you. Vantellis.
Yeah.
It's probably a month later. You make your way back till Sylvanesty. The trees, while no longer weeping blood, are still twisted and grotesque. The green mist that hung over it is gone, but the scars of the land remain. Many of the Sylvanesty people have returned to help Alana and Serinda try to fix the land, reclaim its beauty. Others have gone back to Urgoth. So what was already a splintered elven community between the Sylvanesty, the Qualinesti, and the Kaganesti are split even more within your own people. When you reach the Tower of the Stars, you see a number of elves working to try to reclaim the Hall of Stars. They're painting, they're fixing the trees that were sort of interwoven through it have been cut away, which would have been unheard of for you until all of this happened. But the corruption and the twisted evil of them needed to go. Your friend Serinda first sees you, and she taps Alana on the shoulder, and she looks at you with a smile, and she runs over and gives you a hug, and she says, "You did it, didn't you?"
I didn't do much of anything, but the danger seems to be past for now.
Well, thank you. I know how dangerous it was, and I know your heart was here with us, but we needed you to help out there. We lost a lot during this war. And she looks at Serinda and then back at you, and she says, "But we will rebuild." She looks down at this star jewel that she has. And you would, as a Sylvanas the Elf, know its importance. It is a jewel that connects two souls. I lost the light from this jewel twice now. Once when the knight that I loved died, Stern Brightblade. And then again recently when my son, if I could call him that, Curlithlan Brightblade. I don't know if you knew him, but I know that he's gone. But
I knew him briefly.
was he fighting in the temple, which I assume he would be?
Yeah, to the very end. The last I saw him.
She still holds her regal bearing, but you can see her eyes well up with tears unshed. Well, I'm sure he made not only me and our people, but Kryn proud. Well, as I said, it is time to rebuild. The time for weeping for those we've lost will come. But not today. And for the next year, you spend helping your people do their best to rebuild Sylvanas, although it'll never be the same. The beauty of it will always be marred by the destruction of that land and what the green dragon Cyan Bloodbane did to it, along with the former Speaker of the Stars, Laura Caledon. And while it won't be the same, you know that as more and more of the Sylvanas people come back, that it will be better than it was before. That this mark on the beauty of it will ground your people. And while there will always be a sorrowness for what has happened, it'll also make your people stronger. You wind up getting a bit of wanderlust after the adventures that you've had, and the experiences that you've seen. And you wind up leaving. Not for good, probably, but for now. And at first, you don't even have a real clear understanding of where you're going to go. But you wind up in the forest in Darkenwood. And the spirits that guard Darkenwood let you pass without issue. And you wind up in a clearing. surrounded by trees. The only thing in this clearing, in the center of it, is a large stone. And as you walk up to that stone and put your hand on it, you hear a voice behind you. You've done well, Vantellis. But I feel that there is more restlessness in your heart. And you turn around and you see a unicorn standing behind you, the Forest Master.
Yeah. Before all of this, I was perfectly fine to stay in Sylvanost till the end of my days, but I find that there's no longer a place for me there. Not in my heart.
There is always a place for you here, but I don't think you would stay here either, would you?
No, I don't think so.
So
I need to find something to continue to help Anselon.
Anselon will always need the help of good people like you to keep the balance. And that help will be needed soon. While Takesis has been pushed back to her realm in the abyss, there is another evil stirring. But, unlike the fight you just went through, this fight that will happen will be a battle not of men, dwarves or elves, but of the soul. The soul of Kryn, the soul of this perpetrator of evil, and perhaps even your soul. But that time will come. For now, stay here as long as you need and rest. And with that, we cut to Palanthus. And I'm looking at the wrong thing. And in the castle, there is a party. Why don't I have this? There we go. And Kerwin, you're dressed in your finest garb. Everybody at this party is coming up to you, and the men are slapping you on the back and wanting you to regale them with your tales of heroism. The women are all starry-eyed looking at you, giggling at every word that you say. They ask about Rick Cordwood and his heroic demise, as they call it, but you feel that he's still there somewhere. It's been almost a year since the end of the War of the Lance, and at this point it is rather taxing the constant fame that you've acquired here. And as you try to find a way to excuse yourself from this group of people just wanting, tale after tale after tale, you feel a hand touch yours, and the fingers intertwine with yours. And it is your wife.
Excuse me, Lorana. It's weird you have the same name as an elven princess, but...
Come with me, she says.
Hit number 4.
How are you doing?
Bored.
Yes.
Endless affairs of talking and toasting.
Well, you're the one who recommended we move to Palanthas from Sanchrist. Don't forget.
That's where our godfather bought us a home.
Yes.
Someday we might get to go to Salanthas to live in the castle.
Well, from what I hear, it will be rebuilt soon.
Yes.
And I feel that you've done so much to regain the good name of the Crown Guards.
I try after the fall of Look Around, Derek.
Yes. Well, you always knew that his ambition would get the better of him.
Yes. Unfortunately, no one would listen.
No.
And
Although-
how many men rode to their deaths?
Too many. That's why I'm glad that Lord Gunther held you back. I know you wanted to be there at that tower, defending it.
I should have been.
Well, your fate brought you to a different part of Kryn.
It did.
You're going back there, aren't you? To Naraka?
Have to find him.
I know. It's still dangerous.
Yes, but someone needs to see what his fate is, what befell him. If he's alive, he needs to be brought home. He's a hero.
Yes. And
he'll take the limelight off from me.
now it comes out. When will you leave?
In 3 days. I've already volunteered.
Well, you be careful, Sir
will.
Kerwin, hero of the Lance.
I need to find Rick.
Well, if anyone
Rick.
can, it'll be you.
Did I ever tell you about the time his first dragon battle where he passed out?
I noticed that's a story that most don't talk about. They only tell
don't.
of his heroism, driving back the queen into the abyss.
It was a slow
Yes.
start, okay.
But that shows you just what type of a man he is. Many would have fell back, went back home, but not Rick. He played the part the entire time. Just fooled the Rockins, the dragon armies, thinking he was just a simple jailer.
Just remember, dear husband, just because he was heroic during that battle doesn't mean that you can't accept the part that you played.
That we all played. Jadek, Garel, even that druid. What's his name again?
Can't quite remember.
Fog Song, I think.
Fog Song. There's a hero also.
Oh yes, the mighty wizard Fogsong. Everybody knows him, of course.
Yes, Slayer of what, 19 dragons now? I heard the last Bard song?
It goes up every time.
Only by a half
There's
a
an
dozen.
entire double legion of dragons. And then the rest of you caught up, and then, kind of help with the mop-up mission.
Who said that?
That's Fog Song's voice.
Yeah, he speaks to us from beyond the grave.
You say his name.
Sometimes I can still hear him.
She says, well, you promise me to be safe
I'll be safe.
and come back to me and the children.
I will.
But tonight, enjoy the party. And as the music picks up, she takes your hand. She says, ask a lady to dance?
Why, if you're the lady, of course. Will you
And-
dance?
Can I dance? And she laughs and pulls you to the dance floor, and the two of you spend the rest of the evening together. And from there, we fade out and fade in to the open seas on the Parashon 2, where Marquesta Carthon, in her new ship, stands at the bow with Jadek Onentagrath. You're muted if you're talking to us. Okay. Behind the Parashon 2 is the Behemoth. Being sailed by Vanderjack and what was the ogre's name?
There was
who's the one that survived?
Chubby, Slim, and Fat Boy.
Fat Boy was the one who survived, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Flapjack.
I got Flapjack died.
Flapjacks. That's what
Flapjack died.
Flapjack.
But the rest survived.
I wrote a note to
those are the ones who
Flapjack.
survived. Fat Boy, Slim, Chubby.
All right, so Fat Boy and
Vanderjack.
okay, so they were so they're sailing to the Fat Boy and Slim. Forgot about that. I'm so clever.
So where does he come up with it?
As long as Fat Boy Slim is okay.
And exactly, we need them together. And you're sailing to what looks like an island. And she says to you, tell me again why we're going here.
He kind of chuckles. And he's like, this island is not supposed to exist.
Exactly.
This is a new island.
Right. That could only mean one thing: trouble.
No, well, maybe. I mean, there's always possibility for trouble. And then Jadek looks forward over the ship, over the bow, and he's like, a long time ago, I learned something. And I believe this island has something to do with that lesson. And my old ship. And then he kind of snaps back into talking to her. And he's like, and my old ship. I think My ship. Don't get me wrong. This is great, but there's nothing like the ship you designed, the ship you built. There's nothing like that. And I'm pretty sure my guess is right. My ship's literally in the center of this island.
I have seen a lot in this world and in this life. I've never
Yeah,
seen
okay.
anything like that.
Yeah, well, when you've seen everything I've seen, you know, any story you hear, there's a little something to it. Maybe it's gotten blown out of proportion over the years, sure. But it always starts with somebody seeing something they can't explain, or they interpret it differently than everybody else for some reason. But it starts somewhere.
Well, I hope for your sake you find your ship here, but if I were a betting woman, I wouldn't bet on it.
So you're saying you're going to bet against me?
That is exactly what I am saying.
What are the odds you're giving? And he uncorks a bottle, takes a swig out of it, passes it to her.
She takes it, takes a swig, and says, I have 100 steel.
Oh.
That says, no boat.
No boat. Okay.
And she laughs at that, and she calls it a boat just to get under your skin, too.
Yeah. Yeah. Takes a bottle, takes another swig, and he kind of corks it back. He's like, you don't want too much all at once. That's one of the lessons I've learned. But he's like, no, a long time ago, I knew these. I knew these kids. One was a fighter, one was a healer, nature, real hippie kid. But they're the ones that helped me get through a hard time, and the hippie kid put I don't know how to describe it, spell, enchantment, life onto this boat. And I watched it sail away without me, crewed by plant life.
That's a new one. Well, again, I hope for your sake you win this 100
So I'll
steel.
take you up on that bet.
All right.
100 steel.
And as you're sailing closer to the island, she says, and you're sort of in silence, both thinking of days gone by. And she says, tell me again about Smeen.
Smeen Bruga. Craziest son of a bitch I ever met.
She says, and I'll toast to that. And she takes your bottle, uncorks it, and takes a swig.
Grabs it, takes another drink. That guy fought a god. A fucking dragon, 5-headed god. And I know he's not dead. He's just not here. Because I didn't watch it, but I know he would have been right there in front of it, driving back, cursing, spitting, kicking the whole way. And maybe even laughing a little bit as he did it. Because if anybody can push a 5-headed dragon god backwards, that crazy son of a bitch is just annoying enough to do it.
She laughs. She takes another hit and then hands it back to you and says, "To old friends and to seeing them again."
Seeing them again. He kind of kicks it back and finishes the bottle.
And after a little while longer, you reach the shore, well, as close as the ship can get. The Parashon and the Behemoth stop. She lets out a dinghy that you climb into, row yourself to shore, and they give you time on your own to sort of search this island, and you do. And right there, in the center of it, covered in grass, it's almost like a hill that sort of coalesces into the ship of the Stormborn. And the sail, which was destroyed, is back on it. On the main mast, anyway. And as it flutters in the breeze, and as you stand there thinking, you can't believe this is actually here. You thought so, but now that you're seeing it, it almost seems impossible. A bird sort of flies around you, tweeting, and lands on your shoulder. And it pecks at your shoulder a little bit. Tweets again and sort of flies up. And as it moves in front of you and looks like it's going to land on the ground, it transforms into a Kaganesti elf. And it is Kaylani.
Oh.
And she smiles at you and says, "You found it. You found it. I knew you would. Look what I've done. Look what I've done to it."
Jadik doesn't even let her finish talking. He just grabs her and gives her a big hug.
She hugs you back. And then she whispers to you and she says, "I've done a lot of terrible things, but I'm making amends now."
He's like, you only did what you had to do. And I know being a captain, you have to make the hard decisions. It's okay. But this is beautiful. And he puts her down. And he's like, well, you got to show me around.
And she says, "I absolutely will, and I call it Entergrath Island."
Oh. He's like, I like that. I like that. And then he kind of like whistles back to his crew to let him know that he's okay.
Okay, and you get the proper whistle response back. And with that, sorry, go ahead.
No, go on.
I was going to end it. If you got something else to do, then go for it.
No. That's a good spot to end it.
Yep. And with that, Kaylani shows you around the island. And from there, Feldspar. You return home.
Yeah, Feldspar, he's been trying to raise funds for a little while, based on his newfound name as a hero of the Lance.
Sure.
But it's slow going because doesn't want to tell anybody what the money's for. But eventually, he gets what he needs from enough rich people, and rolls up to his old hometown.
It's being rebuilt. It wasn't completely destroyed during the war, but there was a lot of damage to it. And as you walk through the streets, you see the familiar gait of your father, sort of limping down the street. And you sort of stop and stare at each other for a little while. And he's got his arms crossed in front of his
He's got
chest.
a big giant wooden chest in his hands.
Yeah.
Drops it on the ground. Chink. You hear the chink of money.
Don't even tell me you did it.
Thought I didn't have anywhere to go back to after the war. But in this chest is the sum of our family's debt.
And he shakes his head and he says, I knew you'd come through, boy.
Let's go see the purser.
Aye. Let me help you with this chest. How much is in here, by the way? All of it?
All 11,000.
Wow. I won't even ask where you got it. Should I? Should I ask? You want to tell me, don't you?
Well, let's just say I earned it.
All right. Well done.
Wouldn't come back without it.
No. I knew you'd be back. Your mother, she wasn't so sure, but don't tell her I told you that.
She was always a worrywart.
That's true. Where have you, as you're walking down the street with this giant chest? Kind of like at the end of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. You've got one side, he's got the other. Where have your travels taken you in this dangerous land?
Oh, so very, very far. Can't wait to tell you all about it.
And the two of you go and pay off the debts. Go back, and the house that you knew is different now. It's obviously been redone, probably because there was damage to it at some point. And your father sits on a rocking chair on the porch. Esmeralda, look who it is, and bring some ale.
Make it a double.
And your mother comes out with a pitcher and a couple of mugs. And she doesn't say anything, but she also doesn't put down the pitcher or the mugs, but she just gives you a bear hug with the pitcher and the mugs in her hand. And your father says, "All right, son, tell us all about it." And as you go through the tales of your adventure, we cut to Athea.
Hello.
Talk to me about what you do first.
Well, without the threat of blackmail over her anymore,
Mm-hmm.
Athea is obsessed with the idea of now finding her sister or finding her what happened
Yep.
to her sister. She doesn't even know if her sister's still alive. In fact,
Right.
she really believes in her heart that she's probably dead, but she needs to know what happened. And so she starts on tracking down any lead she can, starting with Covington, whatever his first name was.
Garrett Covington.
Garrett Covington. Starting with tracking down where he last was and seeing if she can find any leads from that.
Sure. And you start with, you're basically almost following his trajectory. Now, obviously, you two knew each other from when you were younger. And he was originally from Solamnia. This is before you met in Palanthas. But you sort of follow his path from Solamnia to Palanthas, which is obviously familiar to you, and you have a lot of contacts, certainly, in both areas. It eventually brings you back to Sanction, City of Doom. There are still some Dragon Army forces here, particularly the Red Dragon Army, that are trying to sort of, coalesce. And it's, probably 8 or 9 months after the end of the War of the Lance by the time you get there. And they're still in disarray. Their leader, from what you can gather, and I'm assuming you're in disguise as, one of their, officers or, whatever. That there's a fat, smelly hobgoblin that is in charge of the Red Dragon armies at this point, but not really your main purpose. But you take note of that, and you do some more digging. You get to the house that Covington was staying in, as he was a high-level Dragon Army officer, and it is filled with, papers and documents that you're able to, they're obviously locked up, but you're able to get your hands on, and you go through, and there is, one note about your sister. What's her name again? I did that purposely because I knew you weren't going to know either.
Gail!
Sure, why not? I don't know if we ever said it. Go back to YouTube/Atomic Peanut Butter Group and find out.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Tell me I'm wrong. And you see something that's a little disconcerting. You see registration papers that she has signed to join the Red Dragon Army.
What?
As you're looking through things, she's from the last that you can see. Now, again, he, died a number of months, probably, well, now it's been over a year, but probably about 4 or 5 months prior to the end of the War of the Lance. And at that time, she was learning how to be a dragon rider. And then that's where the trail stops.
All right. Well, I guess it's time to start infiltrating the Red Dragon Army.
And that's where we cut from Athea. Join us for season 2. See how that goes. And from there, we cut to Burkle and Wilhelm. And now, Burke, you and Pippa return to your family's home, but there's nothing there but painful memories. would you even stay the night?
No. I mean, as soon as he'd approach the doorway, I mean, the thoughts of the past would come rushing back into him.
Yeah.
Seeing, the corners and the spots where his family 6 months ago were happy, joyful. He would have walked back to his cart and got back in.
Travel to Hill Home.
Yeah, he would now head back to his cousins.
And you're certainly greeted warmly there. And you can see that they're starting to construct a temple of Ray Orcs.
Which he would be very, very much interested in helping build, finding purpose for a bit. But yet, he'll still, at night, his mind is going to be racked with guilt of what happened.
Yeah, and one night you stay with your cousin Bernard Fireforge. And he comes up to you and he says, I know you and Pippa have been through a lot, and I just want you to know that you're welcome to stay here for as long as you need. And we've been talking, almost everybody here. We'd like you to be the first forger at the temple.
I can't.
Well, why not?
Can't. It's too. The loss is too great. His face is still clean shaven, still in mourning.
Yes. Well,
There'll be another who will take the place.
yes, there will be, but just know that the people here, they want you, but I certainly understand your position, and I can be the one to tell them for you.
Thank you.
How long will you stay? And you're welcome as long as you need to be.
I don't know. I don't know where I belong. I don't have a home.
Well, you always have a home here, cousin.
So much in the world is so big, but yet so empty.
I can't say I know much about it myself.
Flint, he saw the world.
Aye.
And he believed in the world.
Aye.
Believed in those wards of his.
Yeah, never did understand that, but they were family to him, and that was enough. Chris
Yes, it
Andrew
was.
cheers 100 bits to Chuck. The first forger of the temple is a very honored and prestigious position that has been around since just a second ago. Huzzah!
Huzzah! Yes, his cousin, our cousin Garel, your nephew. He's
Aye.
quite the hero.
Well,
Never could see the sun in the sky, but
no.
he went through a sword through a man.
Well, never thought I'd hear the day of somebody throwing a sword at a man. Well, Flint always saw something in the boy.
Yes, and rightly so. Even at the end, he tried to get the kit back.
Maybe
Feared too
one
much-
day she'll come around. I still, even after all of this, I still have faith in people. Even humans sometimes.
Yes. I will assist him when he's ready. When I'm ready.
I know you will.
I should go visit friends sometime.
Aye.
Will you watch Pippa while I'm away?
Ah, of course. As I said, this is a home to you, and it's a home to her as well. And she'll be safe here, I can promise you that.
I received this message from... I can't say his name because it summons him. About planting some trees. I should go.
Of course. Just know that your daughter will be well taken care of, and you're welcome back anytime.
I'll be back. I promise that. And I might take you up on the offer for first Voyager then.
Well, let's hope it isn't filled by the time you make your decision.
Maybe I'll be 9th.
Maybe.
10th.
You know how fast we go through forgers here.
That is true. Well, I'll gather my things in the morning, say my goodbye.
All right. Pippa hugs you for a long time before letting you go.
You'll be safe with Bernard. He's Flint's younger brother.
I know, Papa. And I'll take care of them, too.
Yes, they need taken care of. I need to go do this.
I know.
I need to go visit the Druid.
So you head out. After weeks of traveling, often losing track of your own surroundings, and sometimes spending days on the edge of hills and mountains looking down, remembering all that was lost. It was during this travel that you find the grove that Stone Moss is in. Stay there for a while. Start healing again. Your beard beginning to regrow again. And after a while, almost a year later, it's been about 2 years since the end of the war, you, Stone Moss, decide to head to Solace. Reunion of sorts with old friends and companions. And with that, we cut to Stone Moss. And Michael.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you know what to do.
You want to hear about the grove? Yes. After the
wanna-
fall of the temple dedicated to evil, Stone Moss made his way to the Star Vault Grove, which is an ancient druidic observatory long buried beneath war, cataclysm, and time. Stone Moss had once lived there, after Sylvania pushed him away, and before Aramis put him to sleep. Then it had been a place of star paths and silence, a place to contemplate the motion of worlds. But even back then it held another purpose, although few knew how to use it then, and nobody knew how to use it now. The observatory itself was a stone ring sunken into the high plateau, cradled by cliffs and guarded by wind. Crystal lenses older than any calendar still sat in cradles, pointing upwards, waiting for those who knew how to read the constellations. Before he began, Stone Moss sought out the ancient pine. It was the last of the original grove, still alive. He spoke to it in the way only druids know, the slow language of bark and root. At first the pine refused, it had seen too much and lost too many, and did not believe him. Stone Moss did not argue. Instead he began the ritual to restore the grove. Each seed laid with care, each whispered name spoken into the soil like a prayer. One tree for each companion who had stepped into the portal with Caleb, and of course one for Caleb himself. One for Sylvania, one for Aramis, whom he never truly gotten to mourn. Others followed for the elders, fallen allies, and strange friends met across many the shattered realms. Some names he had only met recently, others as old as time itself. Each seed was planted at dusk, and by morning a tall tree had grown and aligned to a constellation overhead. And when it was done, and the last tree planted and the final name spoke, the grove stirred. The ancient pine wept amber sap, slow and warm. It accepted him at last, and shared what it had guarded for so long, the old truths that should never be forgotten. So now a visitor walking the winding paths might feel the air change beneath a particular bough. If they lingered, and if their heart was open, the grove would whisper to them. A voice in leaves, a vision in shadows, a story not just told but felt. The sacred grove was not a place of mourning, but it was a place of remembering. Stone Moss charted the flow of divine influence, tracking where the gods brushed against the boundary of mortality. He looked for tears in time, for pathways not yet taken, in the shape of things to come, and of course he was tracking her. And slowly, beneath moonlight and memory, Stone Moss tapped into other magics awakened by the grove. As the grove deepened and its magic grew in the world once more, they began to arrive. First came the birds and the foxes and the quiet things of the wild, innocent creatures that remembered what peace felt like. Then came others, druids, wanderers, rangers with burn scars across their skin and broken symbols carved where sacred marks once were. Even dragons came, young and ancient alike, wings torn, voices hushed by grief, survivors on the raw sense. They came from forests turned to ash, circles raised, elders butchered, glades where children once played, now salted and cursed. Some had fought, some had fled, all watched the wild die again and again, and live with the shame of surviving it. But when they crossed into the grove, each one understood. There was memory that gave them purpose. Stone Moss met each as they arrived with no speeches or ritual. He just led them to the ancient pine. Most could not understand the language, but they bowed their heads as if receiving an answer to a question they hadn't known they were asking. Some wept, some knelt, and a few, after a long trembling stillness, smiled. For the first time in years. They knew they were a part of it now, and they felt the healing begin, and it was then that Stone Moss turned his focus to Twaddle. You see, his familiar bond hadn't broken when the squirrel entered the abyss, but it had thinned until it was little more than a whisper in a storm. For hours at a time, Stone Moss sat in a ritual trance, alone and motionless, in the grove, listening, always listening, trying to catch the tremble of the fragile thread across the plains, hoping for an echo. What he heard was silence, and what he felt was distance, until months passed and frustration rose. Then he made the decision to call Twaddle back. Not a replacement, not a conjured echo, not a copy. He needed that Twaddle, the one gone into the dark, the one who had seen. And it took a few more months of patience and careful rituals and sleepless calibrations, but he moved slowly and deliberately, terrified that he would erase what was left. But finally, Twaddle returned. He was not whole. His fur was burned away, paws trembled, and spoke in a voice twisted, half words, reversed meanings, babbled, contradictions, riddles, warnings that unspooled like torn thread. But some things did come through, and one of those things were, some are alive. But she's watching. She watches everything. And then Twaddle fell silent, and Stone Moss held him gently, and in the morning the squirrel was gone. During this time also, Stone Moss founded the Blackthorn Conclave, an order he did not lead. This was not a druidic circle, but a convergence of those who had seen the edge and comeback change. Knights, spellcasters, druids, rangers, fey-touched beasts, even some of the good dragons joined. Stone Moss appointed a younger and hungrier mortal to lead them.
His name
Sir
is
Earl.
Riverwind.
Sir Earl.
I know, I just thought it'd be funny.
But he retained the right to speak last. He also trained the young druids in the forgotten rites to walk by the starlight and to read the omens, and the conclave grew. Most did not remain, but they scattered in the wind, carrying fragments of old teachings. On the second anniversary of the portal's closing, Stone Moss was alive beneath the massive white oak he had planted for Calum. The leaves rustled. Stone Moss looked up, and Twaddle stood before him once again. His fur had grown back, stone gray, like ash that had never forgotten fire. He was changed. He raised a paw, an acorn veined with runes so old that even the old pine tree fell silent. Stone Moss took it, and when starlight touched the surface, the runes pulsed and the truth came clear. There was a way, a gate hidden unused, sealed for now, a path that Takesis could use to escape, or a path they could take, a way to find their people and bring them back. Stone Moss looked at the stars, which had shifted, patterns subtle but clear, and he knew that the signs were there that they should make ready. There was still a chance. He prepared himself to gather with the others.
And with that was very good, Michael. Thank you. With that, we cut to Kitiara. And she is riding on the back of Sky, her dragon. And she's alone, flying through Solamnia, high above, and as she flies, she is sort of like staying high, staying around mountains, trying to get cover from trees, as this is still a dangerous land for her. And eventually she arrives at her destination, Dargard Keep. And as she walks toward the scarred and blackened building, appearing in front of her is Lord Soth. And he holds the Emperor's crown. And Kitiara smiles her crooked smile. From there, we cut to Solace and the Inn of the Last Home. No longer among the trees, as the Valenwoods were destroyed and are being replanted, but the once beautiful tree town is now on the ground. It's evening, but early evening before the dinner rush. And Tika, the redheaded barmaid who was a child when you saw her, when you guys left the original companions anyway, left their home over 5 years ago now, almost 6. Actually, it's close to 7, as it's 2 years since the War of the Lance. She walks into the dining room and says, "Desra, no, I told you. We need to move that big table closer to the fire. Let me help you." And the two of them, Tika and the other barmaid, Desra, move the table in front of the fire. And Desra looks again and she says, "And what is so special about tonight? Who's coming?" And Tika looks over, and you can still, just smell the spiced potatoes cooking. Behind the bar, cleaning glasses and, having a drink himself, is the new owner and bartender of the Inn of the Last Home, Gorell Nightfoot. Purchased after, what's his name that I can't remember? How can I not? Odic.
Odic.
I almost forgot Odic's name. Retired. For the past year and a half, Gorell has run the Inn of the Last Home, regaling everybody that comes in stories of his daring do and heroics.
Yes. Probably one of the things Gorell did first was rename it as the Curly's Inn. But yeah, he will definitely tell anybody and everybody who will listen about what his brother did. It is more of a story of him and his brother surviving and saving the world, rather than Gorell telling about his story.
And tonight,
always...
Sorry, Kimchi, go ahead. Put your microphone a little closer to your face, too.
Sorry. He was always never far from Gorell's thoughts. That was it.
And then tonight is a little reunion of sorts with the surviving members of the troupe. Chris Andrews says, "Congrats, Gorell, 100 bits. Hashtag Curly's Inn, now serving fond memories and curly fries. Huzzah!"
Now you've got my attention.
Take 3 orders.
Yeah. And as you see, Tika and Desra, who's still fairly new and is getting used to things, setting up the table by the fire, where it was, well, at least approximation, as this is a rebuilt version of the inn, of where the last time you were with Kurlathlan and Zane and Zarek, where you first met Swift Fox and Gold Moon, before all hell started breaking loose and your life changed forever. You can almost see your old family sitting around that table. Flint at the head. And you hear the little bell as the door opens. First comes Ventelis, then Jadek, Athea, Feldspar, Kerwin, and last, Burke and Stonemoss. And as you all sit around the table, reliving old tales and talking about what you've been up to over the last 2 years, what do you guys talk about?
They're still alive. Most of them, anyway.
You're gonna cop our tab, right, Gorell?
What's these stringy potato things called that has spice on them? They're kind of curly.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah,
That's
let's get
the
3
joke.
more orders of those.
Yeah.
They're delicious.
He turned Odic spiced potatoes into curly fries.
These 5 platters weren't enough. Yes, we'll need more.
Or
Yeah,
Bacon
Desra,
too.
Desra and Tika, make sure you have what you need.
Make sure you add bacon. I bet that'd be really good if you put some bacon sprinkles all over them.
Well,
How about-
girl's like, oh,
How about some cheese?
Yeah, that.
Oh no, loaded curly fries. Sorry, they're not that kind of fries.
Yeah.
Wait.
That's how we'll advertise it. Curly fries. They're
Not that kind of fries. Chris Andrew wants all this to be canon, by the way, Chuck. So if you can rework the wiki,
If
that
you
would
could
be
just
great.
put this in the wiki. Yeah.
Let's see what I can't do. Who's still alive? You said someone was alive before we started talking about these delicious curly fries.
My grandson. My grandson's still alive. The others too, I believe. However, as I understand it, one of them did sacrifice themselves to close that portal.
Ooh.
Someone unnamed, unknown.
Care to be any more
not
specific?
important. He's
Yeah, that's not important. Who
What's
did it, though?
important is my grandson, who's only been around for the last 5 episodes. He's still alive.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not entirely sure Twaddle is not exactly himself currently.
Twaddle's face blind. We learned that.
Yes.
I mean, you know,
He just knows that
all
one of
humanoids
the...
look the same.
Yes.
Space madness.
But, yes, Curlathon, and Rick Cordwood, and Calum, and who all else went into the
Smeen
portal?
Bruga.
Smeen Bruga. All went into the portal. And as I understand it, Curlathon is the one who was able to close it. With
So
an
you're
ultimate sacrifice.
You gotta break news like that a little bit easier. Take
Yeah,
Gorell, take Gorell by
Gorell
the
just-
I know
shoulder.
you're not up on your modern etiquette.
Girl just drops his tankard.
Very sorry to have to be the one to relay this news. I've been trying to decipher it for some time. But it was a very heroic ending, and one that he chose for himself to sacrifice himself to stop her from getting here.
Suppose I'll drink to that.
Slams his fist onto the table. Stands up. Walks to the back of the bar. Grabs a whole other bottle of very old wine. Dust, cobwebs all over it. And he comes back around. And he starts pouring the ale out of everybody's cups. Emptying them out. Pouring the ale all over the ground. Uncorks it. And he goes...
It's all right. Just let him go.
And he uncorks the wine, blows it out, and you smell like the aroma of like fruit, some spice in there. It's like, this is very old dwarven wine, and we will be drinking this to the man who saved Kryn. And he starts pouring it out.
Dwarven wine
Truly
is a
he did,
euphemism
yes.
for whiskey, right?
Just go with it. Just
Certainly
go
as
with it.
strong as whiskey.
Go with it.
This I remember this stuff. It's very good. You're going to like it. It's a very fitting
5
tribute.
minutes later, everyone's passed out.
everybody's sugar drunk. Like, oh, my head. Oh.
Yeah, so you guys...
You know what? It was worth it.
You spend the night talking and laughing and crying, remembering good times and bad, remembering those fallen and those who have hope to be found again. And we cut to a forge. And while it's producing heat, it's comforting. And Curlathon, you're walking toward this comforting heat and come upon a tree. Underneath the tree, whittling, is an old dwarf.
Hey, Dad.
Come, sit.
And he comes and sits down, puts his back to the tree, just kind of leans his head against Flint's shoulder.
Flint keeps whittling. And he says, I was hoping it'd be a lot longer before I saw you here, but I told you I'd save you a spot. I'm proud of you, boy. You did it.
Not without you, I could have.
No. You've always had it in you. And I know it's been tough. And I know you've been through a lot. But you did it. And now you can rest. And we fade out. And fade back up to Palanthus, where we see Zane and Zarek walking toward the Shoiken Grove, haunted by souls who have lost their lives and now protect the Tower of High Sorcery of Palanthus. As Zane walks confidently toward the grove, Zarek stops. Zane says, "Come on, what are you doing?" Zarek says, I can't go in there, bro. I can't go in there. And Zane says, This is our destiny. And Zarek tries to take a step in, and it's too much. And he says, I have given you the seal. Nothing can harm you here, not unless I allow it. Zarek goes to take another step again and stops and says, I don't think this is the right thing to do, bro. I don't think so. And Zane looks at him with his skeletal face and says, "This is my destiny." And he turns and walks away from his twin brother down the grove that even the fearless Kender can't walk near. He doesn't use the staff. He walks with a strength and confidence that his brother and those who had known him haven't seen before. He gets to the gate, the dark black wrought iron gate, and there's what at first almost looked like a bat, sort of like a giant bat stuck or hanging on to the gate, flapping its wings. And instead, there's this black robe. And Zane takes the robe, rips it from the wrought iron gate, the iron bars that end in dangerous points, tosses it to the ground behind him. He enters the gate, walks with 10 or 15 feet to the door of the Tower of High Sorcery in Palanthas. Black, dangerous. And he looks up to the top and says, "It's time to get to work." And that is where we conclude the Dragonlance Chronicles, Season 1. Thank you guys for not only hanging out with us today on D&D Fridays, but for every Friday you guys have hung out with us. Thank you to you guys playing. Chris Andrew, cheers 1,000 bits. Adam deserves a round of applause. Thank you for Season 1. I agree. Huzzah! It's been a lot of fun. 5+ years hanging out with
Adam.
Yeah. Hold on, 100 bits to Gaz. They're not those kind of fries. Chef's kiss. Well played, sir. Huzzah.
That one really came around, yeah.
Sorry, Kim Chen.
Adam, you said you've been wanting to play this since you were a kid. Was it everything you hoped for?
Even better. Definitely a lot funnier than I thought it would be when I, when I was a kid reading these modules.
Well, we can't help ourselves.
Veharoon, super fun to listen. That was a long journey. Bernard, thanks for the years of fun. Gonna miss you, Kemchan. Can't wait for Legends. And then Chris Andrew, a bunch of claps. What else is there to say?
The end.
Yeah.
The
Not
end.
the end. Pause.
That's the end.
Roll credits.
Yeah.
Chapter 1.
And then we have the after the credits go, we have our first hidden ending.
Yeah.
It'll be us dancing. Woo! Woo!
Then the last one is Sam Jackson for some reason. We don't know why. And even he's saying, like, why the motherfucker am I here? All right, but seriously, guys, thank you for joining us. As much as you can, those of you who have watched us on Twitch live, certainly those of you in chat have been great. The people who've watched us on YouTube and Facebook, and certainly those who have listened on podcast. And then quite a bit of people have chosen us in their top 1, 5, and 10 podcasts over the years.
Wow.
Chris Andrew, 100 bits to Kemchan, the legend. I cheer more, but I'm fresh out. Huzzah! Huzzah!
Huzzah!
All right,
Thanks,
and of course you guys, Chuck, Mike, Sedge, Gaz, and Kemchan, and then certainly, not to forget Will.Playa, even though he's got a big X in front of him because he's not here today, and then Cody and Jason, as well. It's been
and
a real
all the
blast.
others though throughout the years.
It's been, we've had quite a few. We've had some changes over the years, but still I've got to have the opportunity to play this game I've wanted to play for a shit ton of years with my friends, and that's been fun. So I appreciate it.
And we appreciate you DMing
Yeah.
all of this for
Seriously,
5+
Adam.
years.
Yeah, we just show
Yeah.
up. You do the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
Great
we
job,
bother
Adam.
to show up?
When you thank you, Gary.
Father.
I felt like I had to be here tonight.
Yeah.
Uh,
But all right, so thank you everybody, and for the last time in season 1, be safe out there, be kind to one another, and we will see you next time on Dragonlance. Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Bye.
Yeah.
Much love.